exhaustion, you press onwards towards the Seer encampment as afternoon settles over Barovia, and the road gradually disappears and is replaced by a twisted, muddy path through the trees. There are deep ruts in the earth, evidence of the comings and goings of wagons. Canopy above you of mist and branches suddenly gives way to the black clouds boiling with rain far above. There is a clearing next to a river that widens to form a small lake several 100 feet across. Besides the river, 5 colorful, round tents, each 10 feet in diameter, are pitched outside a ring of barrel topped wagons. One much larger tent stands near the shore of the lake. Its sagging form is lit from within, and you can see a figure. Near this tent, 8 unbridled horses drink, and the mournful strains of an accordion clash with the singing of figures bright around a bonfire. You can continue upon a footpath beyond the encampment that meanders north between the river and the forest edge. What do you do? And I'm going to move everybody to the edge
Klug votes to steal some horses.
that I have just described.
Why?
Well, we need mounts. We couldn't afford any or find any in the last village.
We don't need to steal them.
I
you can
also
give them
have
to us.
9 hit points.
Fair enough. A horse could kick you to death right now.
Yes.
I have a message to deliver. We don't need to go through and start stealing horses
Correct.
from the people that we need to deliver the message to.
Do you approach at all?
Well,
Yeah.
are we supposed to be seeing a map?
Yeah, I moved players to the
I don't see a map.
encampment,
Try
didn't
zooming out.
There is no map.
No map. It's all black.
All
Yeah.
black.
How about now?
All black.
There may be some fog of war going on. There, I just moved.
Yeah, you have a separate thing from players, which is unfortunate.
I think you can drag that and drop it into the flag in order to add me back to the flag. I think.
Oh, nice. Can I?
I think so. You should be able
Yep,
to.
it worked. Okay, now I think what I have to do is add tokens for everybody, and then they'll be able to see.
Yeah, if there isn't any, so if there is light, if there is vision,
Still
on,
can't
then
see.
There's not a token. You won't be able
Yeah.
to see.
What's the easiest way to add a token? Character sheet.
Oh wow, that you just put me onto something. I think this is part
How
of the.
about that?
Oh, hey, there we go.
That's
Holy cow!
a bit odd.
I think we're looking at Castle Ravenloft right now.
Are we looking
Got
at Castle
giant
Raven?
pillars.
Sarah Pool encampment.
Heads up, Casey just got back.
100%.
Yeah,
put
Seer
that
Pool
on.
encampment. Yeah.
Sarah Pool encampment, and nowhere else.
I'm on a different world.
He must be on a different world
That's
because.
really strange.
Yeah.
I'll reload.
Okay.
You continue. I'll just be figuring out my shit here. I'm not in.
Okay.
I'm not seeing yet.
All right. So your token is at the edge of the world, and
Okay.
anybody in the party, I believe, can move it.
Yeah.
What's up with the black pillars?
That's line of sight.
Line of
Oh, okay.
sight. Yeah, those are the tents
Got it.
and the wagons.
Got it.
I'm
Yet,
still just
as-
seeing.
Oh, this
it
makes
on
more
the
sense when you
screen.
zoom in a bit. Okay.
Well, I mean, we're here to deliver a message and we're here for purpose, correct?
Correct.
Sounds good.
And say we just go straight in.
Maybe there'll be hospitality. We can take a break.
Yeah, I'm still seeing a black screen.
Huh. Search around it. Let me I will edit this token to make sure everybody has
Okay.
access to it.
And you said Casey just got home.
Yeah, Casey just got here. I could check with him real quick to see if he's gonna be getting on.
He is slightly late, but could join at this point without disrupting.
All right, one sec.
Yeah, I have no clue why some people are seeing what's supposed to be viewed and what's not.
Maybe just having James refresh his Roll20. That
could
might
work.
be a solution.
Just did.
Yeah, did it solutionify it? Are you zoomed out?
No, I am zoomed out,
Okay.
and all I see is a black box.
Huh.
Nothing if we move around.
That's really strange because the two characters that I dragged onto the encampment were Nick and James, and they're having trouble seeing what you're supposed to see. And then the party, which I dragged onto the encampment,
Mm-hmm.
is seeing exactly what they're supposed to see.
I fixed my problem. Sorry, I forgot to unmute. I said I just
What
took care of it.
what went wrong?
Well, I was on another layer, so I just went into G mode and moved myself, and then as
Okay,
soon as I moved,
Xavier has the same issue.
he's in a different layer.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
trapped somewhere as well.
All right. It's hard for me to describe what it looks like. There's like the little player, whatever their like avatar picture is, shows up at the bottom of.
Oh, I see where it went. Yeah,
What
Did
do
you
you
get-
see
see where
now?
it went. Where is he on this fucking massive map? Holy.
You just have to- oh, there he is.
You lost me?
It's in Argynvost right now.
Yeah, I
You were
know.
lost.
It's a huge castle. I have no clue where his token is.
So you do it from the page toolbar. So hit the blue page toolbar, open that up, and then you'll see his little picture
Yeah, I'm
there,
clicking on it and I can't drag it. for
and
some
drag
reason.
it to and release it into the player's thing.
Oh my
You can't
god.
drag it?
Yeah, it's not dragging.
Oh, I see. It's
Properly.
it's getting stuck. Okay, we're both trying to
Getting
tell
like, oh, that's what's happening. Okay, cool. I got it. Everybody should be
All right.
fixed.
Hey, did you
Hopefully
get
no
sight?
more technical difficulties.
Mhm.
Get sight, James?
Yes, I got sight.
Hey.
I don't know why it spread us out like that. That was weird.
It's it's like the page toolbar was overlaid onto the screen and some people got dropped onto it and other people got dropped onto the map.
All right, I'm gonna go check with Casey real quick.
How
Okay.
funny. Okay, cool.
So do you guys think we should go this way, or do you think we should go this way?
I can't see your drawings. If you do.
Oh. Okay.
I can, and I say we go north.
Okay.
Thread the needle between the pillars, between the people and the horses.
You can see the drawing? Can you see my drawing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I can.
Yeah, we can see it.
Oh wow, I just saw some other drawing pop up for a second, but then it disappeared on my screen.
That's
bizarre.
funny. That's
So we'll
There might
probably.
be some bugs because I have to run in player mode, but I'm still technically a GM.
Oh, gotcha. So I guess we're advancing north towards the gap.
Yes. As you approach, a large group of quite lively and clearly drunk, colorfully robed people spot you and call out, "Welcome, brothers and sisters, to the Vistani encampment of quite extraordinary gifts. Come, drink, Eat, be merry. The band plays on, and they welcome you around their campfire.
Oh, that's very nice of them. What does the lay of the land look like when we get in here?
There's nothing they shouldn't be able to see on this map. How do I disable the fog of war?
It's in the so you open up the tool map bar again, you go to the little cog button next to this particular map, and in those settings you turn off
There it is.
line of sight.
Yeah,
Ah, there you go.
correct.
Yeah. There you go.
So-
Smart.
So, I guess what I'm asking is, what are they doing? Are they just hanging around drinking?
Yep.
Ah.
Drinking,
All right.
singing, falling over, dancing around a campfire, all in what you would assume to be very flowery garb.
Ah. Gatos, you had a message to deliver, correct?
I do. I appreciate the welcome to the fun that you're having, but will someone kindly point me towards Grandmother Madame Eve?
Ah, the big tent in the corner. Yes, Madame Eve is consulting her crystal ball, of course. She may even read your fortune.
I'm guessing they're talking about this tent.
Yes, that's the big tent in the corner.
I will turn and head up that direction.
I'll shrug and I'll go with.
Awesome. Does everybody go to see Madame Eve? Yes,
I think so.
everybody.
I think James is away from keyboard.
You approach Madame Eva's tent. Everybody goes in.
Yeah,
Within. Ooh, you have something different?
I was just going to poke my head around the tent flap and look in before we barge in.
An old woman, clearly well above 70 years of age, spots you from behind her crystal ball and beckons you enter.
Walk right on in per request.
I'll be walking in after him.
Right.
Grandmother Madame Eve, I'm assuming.
Indeed.
I have been
Last you have arrived.
All right.
I have been asked to bring you greetings and good tidings from Sylvia, Alenka, and Mirabelle Vestoni.
Ah, yes. The heroes of the burning church come at last. What do you have to tell me?
Want to let you know that your family, that Sylvia, Alenka, and Mirabelle, are well and safe and are living rather comfortably despite the exile.
She seems indifferent to this news. Come closer. Why don't you view my table? And as you look, glints of light seem to flash from a crystal ball on the table as she peers into its depths.
I'll go right up to it.
I'll stand back.
Ah, yes. Potato. scroll. Oh, good. All right, and this is the table that you see.
I see 4 tarot cards. Oh,
5.
5 tarot
Indeed,
cards.
5 tarot cards. And there should be a Taroka deck view also in the bottom right of the screen, yes?
Taroka complete
Correct.
deck. Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
I see a guild member.
Why don't you draw your fate? Tiefling?
And just the one or all
And
5?
you can click
That's
the
kinda
top card of the deck to draw one at random.
Okay.
And place it on the table so everybody can see it. I'm gonna move.
Did you get guild member?
names.
Yep.
All right.
I've got everybody's names prepared. So
Okay.
I can arrange them. I was not sure of your name yet. All right.
As of now, he shall be known as Nick.
Ah, yes. I can't read the card.
Guild member.
Why is it blank for me? That's weird.
Hmm.
The guild member. A beast marked your soul, and its twin lurks in the heart of a man shrouded in flame. Marked as a devil, this twisted creature can show you the way to your spirit's cleansing. But beware, he is no hero. And I'm gonna cut away from the scene as she beckons to the next party member. Are you in the camp, Nick? Walks Among Stars? Or are you coming to the camp? It's your decision.
No, he's been with the camp
You've been
for a
hanging
couple
out, so
days.
you're drinking around the fire.
Yeah, he would have been drinking.
Okay.
Probably smoking.
You have noticed a very tired and ragged-looking group of adventurers have gone to seek the wisdom of Madame Eva. And you yourself have yet to consult her cards.
Okay. All right. Well. Okay. I'm gonna get up and kind of grunt to my company, and then I'm gonna just kind of like I'm gonna stride, kind of slowly but steadily, using this gnarled old like shaft of wood with a bony spear tip at the top of it for a walking stick. And he's just gonna kind of shamble his way across the camp, and let's just make way for the. Has the whole group gone in at this point?
Does anybody remain outside the tent while Tados and Sir Bested went inside?
No, Klug is
Damage.
stepped just inside the door.
You're
Or
inside.
flap.
Too. What about Xavier?
Xavier is standing outside, facing the facing away from the tent.
Okay. So Xavier, you see. What does he see? What did describe you?
So there's this probably like 7.5 feet tall man walking towards you. He's got this like just wildness to him. He's wearing from head to toe this long, thick, like green woolen robe. It's ripped up and torn. It's been sewed and mended many times. It's crusty with earth, and he's got his big stick, which I've already described. Could be staff, could be a spear. And then around his neck, there's this massive, like, shackle. Like, it's much too large, like, quite, like, big. Like, is a, the size of a round shield, maybe. And, but just a ring, metal, iron. It's inscribed with weird glyphs. That hangs heavy around his neck. The he's broad and he's tall and he's big, but he doesn't look particularly muscular. And you can't really see much flesh of him. But his face is kind of gaunt underneath this massive matted beard and like dreaded out head of hair. And he's got like bits and bobs kind of weaved and woven into it here and there. And his skin tone is ashen, kind of grayish. It's got yellow cat-like. And yeah, he's just gonna stride up. He'll kind of like he'll stop about 3 or 4 feet away from you, Xavier. He'll kind of look at you. He'll sniff the air a couple of times. He'll grunt, and he'll walk past and into the tent.
Xavier will turn
So sexy.
his head, look at us, just how rude, and then follow in after.
Oddly, the earthy musk that comes off of the gentleman is rather pleasant.
Ah, yes. Yes, welcome. Walks among stars. I haven't been expecting you. For this young group of adventurers have recently lost track of a comrade whose fortune I recently told. Ah, yes, he who seeks revenge. The beast within him was savage. But all creatures can be tamed. His vengeance is yet within his grasp. He looks for the den of wolves in the hills overlooking a mountain lake. Welcome. All right. And she beckons the next closest person to draw a card from the deck. Let's say it's Sir Davish.
He'll eye the deck. He'll eye the... What was her title again?
Madam Eva.
Well, eye Madam Eva. He'll eye the deck. He'll shrug and he'll draw a card. Draw 1 card, please. Which one did I get?
What card did you get?
I can't even see which one I got. Hold on. Is this it? Nope, that's is that mine? Hold on. These aren't my cards. These aren't my cards, but you know.
The mists is your card that you use.
And there's mine.
Beast is Sir Davish.
Oh, the beast? Oh, you drew mist? Okay.
I drew mist. Sorry, I it's been a while.
Ah, yes. The blood's spirit, the mist. Only blood can pay for honor. And you yet languish beneath the devil's watchful eye. I see walls of bones, a chandelier of bones, and a table of bones. All that remains of enemies long forgotten. I'm putting all these in the chat, by the way, so you can add your fate to your character sheet if you so choose.
Oh.
And she beckons to the next person. I believe Klug was next closest.
All right. Klug strides forward with a smile, not really caring, and seems to reach out just at random and snag a card.
A hasty. I like your style.
So how do I do this? Just right click and unlock.
So if you hover over the deck of cards, the
There's a little
top card
draw.
will kind of poke out the top, and you can draw it.
Sorry. I'm not seeing anything that happens when I hover. Complete deck, draw. Got it.
Yep,
There you go.
Now go to your hand. Then you have to play your non.
And what card have you drawn?
Oh, good. Oh,
Yes.
good.
Hmm,
Fucking
what a
good.
wonderful card. The Necromancer. Darkness within you is strong, but all is not lost. Its source awaits your coming. Beyond amber gates, at the heart of a mountain, beware the choice. Beware refusing it.
Sir Davish will growl.
That's not all what I said.
I smile at you and flip my coin, just daring you to call heads or tails.
I see power within you. Do not use it at this time. You would regret it.
Kind of go blank faced. Don't really get it, so I just put my coin back in my pocket and shuffle backwards a few steps.
Xavier.
Oh my god.
Xavier walks up with the scoff, holding his hand up in the air. I'll play your silly little game, and he draws the card.
No, good.
Ah, yes.
Good.
The 9 of Traitor. You surely see a throne as your seat, and a scepter in your hand. Great crowds scream your name in the streets. But beware, he that seeks fame and glory may himself become the devil. Just have to fill the check.
Oh, Sir Davish will look at Xavier, throw up an eyebrow, and kind of snort.
Xavier smiles and glares back over towards Sir Davish and just walks past him, flipping his hair in his direction.
The crone beckons lastly to Walks Among Stars. Ah,
Fine
I
woman.
see your fates intertwined with those among you in this room
After these,
that at this moment travel with great courage and great members, you will.
the large man kind of has a growling sort of voice. It's kind of gravelly and low. And he says, after all these long moons, lady, I will finally take you up on your offer. I will draw a card.
And it is your destiny to do so.
He draws the wizard.
The wizard. An evil tree grows atop a hill of graves where the ancient dead sleep. The ravens can help you find it. He can help you find it. And from its roots shall come the genesis of your salvation. Yes, I feel a powerful reading coming on now. This particular group of companions, I sense you are destined to rid this land of the devil Strahd. You will succeed in your journey only and only if you heed my 5 warnings. And she lays 5 fresh cards from the top of the deck. As the first card hits the black velvet, she gestures and it flips.
Hmm.
I can't even read. Gotta zoom in. Tortured. Tortured in a town where all is not well. There you will find a house of corruption, and within a dark room full of still ghosts. Venture there, for great treasure awaits. She flips the second card. The Avenger. This treasure lies in a dragon's house. Hands once clean, but now corrupted, clutch the spoils. The third card. What you seek lies in a pile of treasure. The bishop is beyond amber doors. The fourth card is flipped. A broken one, your greatest ally. They shall be a wizard. Mind asunder, but his spells are strong. And the moment we've all been waiting for. And she flips the fifth and final card. For your foe, the raven. Look to the mother's tomb. Again. These are the 5 fortunes. Her claw-like bony hand waves the air, and all of the cards return to the deck. Go now. Be merry if you must. But remember my words. For without them you are surely lost. and she indicates for you to leave her tent.
I'll bow, turn on my heel, and leave the tent.
Xavier is walking out. Does a hair flip on the way out?
I will keep an eye on her, bow my head, and back out of the tent without turning my back to her.
I turn to go, kind of walk into the canvas, fumble a bit, and then stumble out with zero grace whatsoever. Or respect.
We came here for answers, and all we get is more riddles.
Well, we came here in fairness to be able to deliver the request. And, I mean, in all fairness, we did deliver what Sylvia, Alenka, and Maribel Vistoni had requested.
Yes, but doesn't help us protect Irina or get closer to our goal. Hopefully
Well-
they'll give us safe haven so we can rest a bit.
That is one thing. When I had talked to the three sisters back in town, they told me that we would be able to gain rest and potentially the horses and traveling accessories here.
Well,
We'll see.
we'll see what we can do. We should probably spread out and see if we can't find somewhere to rest and resupply.
As soon as you suggest somewhere to rest, once again, the merriment, one of the Vistani, in fact, breaks free of the crowd, and he stumbles over and says, "Ah, come to the campfire. The music is loud. The merriment sure to quench your thirst, and the beer cold. As for a place to rest, we have plenty of bedrolls. You may borrow some if you wish, and join us around our safe fire."
A slight grin crosses Xavier's face as he steps forward, pulling out his instrument, his flute, and starts to play with the ongoing music.
I want to verify what they're saying about the
Horses.
campfire in the area being safe.
I also want to verify that we can get horses if we're able.
The young man says, "Our horses are our own. We use them to pull our carts. They are not available. But we can offer you food and drink and a wonderful place to rest. Rest assured, you're safe with us."
Insight?
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know if I can aid with insight.
That's sexy.
Oh, yeah. He seems truthful. There is a glint of his eye, just something that tells you you'll be safe, but you cannot trust him. Or he doesn't trust you, is what, basically, the glint. No ill will.
I guess I'll say, well, so much for the horses. Would have been nice to have a steed. That's okay. We'll take the food and rest. Thank you. I'm going to go. I'll look at Tados and I'll say, I'll go set up my tent.
All right. Yeah. Feel free to set up tents, set up bedrolls, take a long rest, whatever you want. If you so choose to join in the merriment, they will welcome you.
Unlike Xavier has.
Yes.
Yeah, the big man will beat some drums if they have them.
Oh, yeah. There's drums. And those that join, about an hour in, one of the characters that lingers around the fire gestures for the musicians to pause. And he says, "Travelers, welcome. A story of times recent. I remember a man just like you, a mighty wizard who came to this land over a year ago. He stood precisely where the tall one stands. Charismatic man he was. He thought he could rally the people of Barovia against the devil Strahd. He stirred them with thoughts and tidings of revolt, success. He bore them to the castle en masse, leading the charge himself. And when the vampire appeared, the wizard's peasant army fled in terror. He alone stood his ground.
What's his name? Do you know? Did he ever introduce himself to you?
I don't remember the wizard's name. It sounded important, though. It definitely sounded, yeah. I remember it sounded important. And he takes another swig off the stein he's holding.
Sir Davish will continue setting up his tent.
Big man smoking on his pipe while he's listening to the story, and at the end of the story, he'll make a big old loogie. He'll get a big old one up, and he'll spit it on the ground, and he'll say, "He was a blowhard."
Ah, but the spells, their battle raged. The country, from the courtyards of Ravenloft to the precipice overlooking the falls just north of here. And he gestures towards the small footpath. I saw the battle with my own eyes. Thunder shook the mountainside. Great rocks crushed the wizard, yet by his magic he survived. Lightning from the heavens struck the wizard, and again he stood his ground. But when the devil Strahd fell upon his neck, even magic couldn't save him. I saw him thrown 1,000 feet to his death. Climbed down to the river to search for the body myself, to see if he had anything of value, but the river had already spirited him away, I guess.
So you don't know that he's dead. I'll pipe up as I'm setting up my tent.
He's for sure dead. Fell 1,000 feet to his death, didn't I say?
I've seen folks survive worse. Especially if he's such a strong wizard as you claim he is. I'm sure he had a trick or two up his sleeve.
Perhaps. Perhaps.
Oh, give the gentleman a break, Sir Davish. Clearly quite intelligent for going to see if there were any valuables left behind from the fall.
That's from your point of view, yes.
It's a good point of view.
Alas, we have but the riches you see. And as he indicates riches both in the story and around them, you notice that these people are extremely wealthy. Their tents are laden with goods, and their wine is the finest. Their arms are covered in pearls and gold, and they have 3 massive wagons overflowing with lavish cloths and other treasures.
I'll pipe on and say, but that, my friend, is the most intelligent thing you've said all day. Riches don't necessarily mean material things. I agree with that.
True. How have you come to this land, may I ask?
Misfortune.
Well, you know,
Have we all?
a little bit of potion goes a long way. We happen to sell the finest draft. It is guaranteed you exit from the mist.
You guarantee me a potion that will get me out of the curse of Barovia.
Of course, we have but 5 bottles remaining, though. They are quite expensive.
What's
What is the
expensive?
charge?
How much gold do you possess?
I see how it is.
That is a fine blade as well. Should you lay down your valuables here, I would be glad to part with at least a swallow for each member of your group.
Well, unfortunately, we have other things to be dealing with than laying down our valuables for a potion of questionable origin.
You might be stuck here forever.
Hold your
Are
tongue,
you sure?
Paladin, if you wish to keep it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did
That's
you
the
brew
big
them?
man staring down this fellow who's trying to swindle these fine folks.
Yeah, he's obviously offered you the potion before, as you've
Yeah.
been hanging out for a while.
Yeah.
I'll
And,
look at the big guy who's talking to the trader, and I'll go, I don't trust him either, eh?
He just spits at his feet again, growls from inside the folds of his robe. He's pulled his hood up now, and just you can barely see his face through the big cloud of smoke sitting in front of him. But, yeah, he growls assent, agreeing with you.
I think I'll have to take my newly acquainted guest's side here. Thanks, but no thanks. I think my sword will remain on my hip for now.
A passing opportunity? We may be far from here tomorrow.
I think the only escape from this land is the grasp of Kelimvor, honestly, so...
I assure you, our potion allows us to leave as we please.
And I assure you, I don't dispute the fact, but... we have other business to attend to before anybody can think about leaving.
I suppose duty calls and all that. Well, make sure you find some treasures along the way. Perhaps we will be able to then barter for the potion.
He'll finish setting up his tent.
All right. What is everybody going to do for the rest of the evening? Any special activities?
Well, I've set up the
Or
tent
does
for Irina, so Irina can do her thing. She has the tent, and I'm going to be pitching a bedroll probably like out here or somewhere, and just kind of, or find a tree to pitch it against, so I can sit against the tree and write in my book.
Okay.
And do some
Anybody
yoga.
else?
And do some yoga and clearing.
There you go.
And
I am going to dance with Furid and just enjoy myself with merriment, and eventually attempt to slovenly make a tent near Irina and pass out.
Excellent. Anybody else?
I'm gonna start asking around to those in the circle and the ones that are having fun. if they knew any of the sisters from town.
Remind me which sisters.
Sylvia, Alenka, and Mirabelle Bastoni.
Of course. You find several people who remember a family from long ago that they might have passed, but they tell you that the Vistani often travel in families. They have a very family-based lifestyle, and indeed, this group are all one family.
So the sisters were of another family?
Ah, well, you said they knew Madame Eva. The Madam is not precisely uh, one of us, you might say. She merely guides our hand as we travel the land, and the hands of others. She's the best seer around, naturally.
So, being that they called her grandmother, I'm assuming that is more of an honorary than a blood title. Is that correct?
Indeed. There, you feel free. Make me a history roll, actually.
Okie dokie. It's not going to be pretty, but yeah.
That's
13.
good enough. You are able to deduce that because of the way he speaks about family and age, that the eldest Vistani in any given family are always the most respected and looked to for wise words. And being quite old, Madame Eva is naturally the eldest of this family, though she is not related to them by blood.
So, what weight of any promises given by those sisters? Is there any validity to them, or is it just words?
Another Vistani pipes up. Well, I don't know about any guarantees of aid that you might have been given, but you will not find foes here, and you will be welcomed to stay if you must.
We could definitely use the rest in the sanctuary. Our big concern is safety of guiding someone to town, and the sisters had said that we might be able to even procure some horses to be able to make the rest of the trip just enough to be able to protect our charge.
Unfortunately, the horses are, as my colleague said, not for sale.
But are they
They
for rent or borrow?
they pull our wagons. We leave in the morning, forever from this land. Well, not forever. We return quite often, but for the time being.
Which direction do you go? Where do you head?
Through the mist, he says simply. Have you not felt the mist grip before? Perhaps you do not realize the value of our special drink. The salesman pipes up again.
Oh, if you are taking off through the mist, would there be a way for us to accompany or be accompanied by you until we get to Vallaki.
Unfortunately, we travel not with outsiders. We party with outsiders. Take our word for it. We party hard. But we do not travel.
Understandably so. All right. Well, is there as we enjoy each other this evening and the company that this has brought us, is there any other guidance that you might be able to give? Ways to be able to avoid hostilities between here and our goal.
Oh yeah. He has a huge grin at this point. You can tell he likes you.
Huh.
Well, the old Svalish road passes through Strahd's domain, and 3 settlements lie on it. Keswick to the west, Vallaki in the heart of the valley, and as you know, Barovia back to the east. There are spies in every case. Beware the raven.
I'm sorry. What was it to the west?
Ah, to the west, yes, Keswick. Do you not know of Keswick?
I'm personally not familiar.
Ah, it's a small village. It's well fortified. It's near the edge of the forest. And the wall of mist beyond Keswick is truly strong. We dare not go through, but those that reside there are, you know, they have good wine, I must admit.
Hmm.
When you say beware the raven, do you mean the Raven River or just the bird?
Ah, the raven, yes. We believe the ravens carry lost souls within them. Killing one is a terrible luck. Beware.
You believe there are lost souls trapped within these birds?
Ah, indeed. Don't you know? Those who die here can never escape to the afterlife. They are prisoners in Strahd's domain, trapped in bird form as raven,
How do you have?
forever to serve the
How do
devil
you have any
himself.
suspicions of this? Or proof?
These are just, tales that have been passed down throughout the centuries, generation to the next. I'm quite sure that those with prescience, the great Eva among them, and their knowledge of the future is proof enough.
Hmm. Well, we'll make sure not to hunt them down then, I guess.
Indeed.
Have you ever tried capturing one and taking it with you through the mist?
My goodness, no. It is believed that those souls within the ravens would surely perish should they try to leave. Those who do not drink our lovely drink can never escape, not even in death. Simply be ripped asunder, cease to exist. What a terrible fate it would be. I
Terrible
wouldn't wish it
indeed.
on anyone.
Go back to what I'm doing.
All right. Has anybody been tempted by the treasures of the Vistani?
Klug here. Klug is getting increasingly curious about the drink.
Hmm. Excellent.
So I wander up. I can't remember the name of who we're speaking to.
It's a nameless Vistani. I think there's a naming section, but
So is it all the Vistani are pushing the drink, or just this one?
just this one guy in particular. He told a story of a great wizard. He pushed a drink to your lips. Should you be willing to part with great values?
Okay. All right. So I go up to this person. I look at the carts laden with treasure and go, so much treasure and no guard. Was all this paid for by people who purchased your drink?
Not all of it. We are tradesmen, tinkers, crafts, jewelry. We deal in everything.
He says
All the
tinkers,
crafts.
and Klug just grinds her teeth a little bit and goes, kind of takes a deep breath and goes, oh, I hate myself. What a coincidence. I am the child of the great tinker Shemo. I am
Shimo.
happy to be in the company of other fellow tinkers and just hating every word coming from her mouth.
He's oblivious.
Mm-hmm.
What a great legacy to be beholden of. My goodness. Welcome. Would you like to see some of our finer pieces? And he
I would.
gestures to one of the wagons. As you approach the wagon with him, it kind of moves a little bit, like there's a person in there. And when he shows you through the curtain, you notice a Vistana person within that's a little bit more well armed, you might say, and it answers your question about how they protect their valuables. You assume there must be indeed a vicious guard in each of the wagons.
Okay.
You move to this one. I'm just gonna. Oops, that was the wrong button.
I guess you could probably just move one of the random tokens.
Yeah, I moved the map onto the token layer on accident. Oops.
Oops.
Oh well.
Party foul.
Hopefully we never use this map again.
Suspense
Oh, I
was real.
fixed it. I fixed it. All right. It's fixed. And this bottom wagon right here is the one you go to, and you see this guy. Within, I don't know if you can see the name. You're not
That one.
supposed
Okay,
to,
yep,
just
I see
the
it.
name. He looks a little tougher than your average Vistana.
Okay.
And,
So am I?
and within, of course, you spot mountains of gold and silver, priceless artifacts.
But do I see anything that would suggest their craft or just more temptations?
Just more temptations. You see evidence that they might perhaps make some of the lesser pieces. They're obviously great cooks and musicians and storytellers, but when it comes to being a tinker, they're pretty small potatoes, as they say.
Okay. All right. So I look at my host and go, your wealth and your talk I overheard with Sir Davish, you seem to be coming to the end of your travels and your expedition of trade. Is that
Yes, we have traded to our heart's content throughout the town, and you are quite right. We leave tomorrow.
Mhm.
Most likely never to return in your lifetime.
Klug, again loath to invoke father's name, part to the slight lie and says, "While I have my father's grand set of tinker's tools, I think I might like to try and find a assistant or apprentice. Have you a small kit that could do the basic essentials that I could purchase from you?"
His eyes light up, and he rummages around a little bit and produces said kit of supplies. What exactly are you looking for? Just a general
Basic tinker's tools.
basic tinker's tools?
You weren't
And-
we didn't have this discussion, but to get the basics that Klug had to start, I literally sold
Yeah, you
everything,
sold
including
everything. I
the
remember.
elaborate set.
Yep.
So this is just basically going for the basically if I had
It's-
gold tinker tools, I'm now getting the rust. So
Yep. Yeah, they're
I'm going for the
coppersmith's
rust.
tools. Coppersmith.
Mhm.
You know, there's a little bit of a mixture of tool makers specialties, a wooden mallet with a rubber cork in the middle, you know, something for shaping metals, something for heating metals.
Little this, little that. Okay,
Little of this, little of that.
that's what I was hoping for.
And he says, this old kit's been in here for a while now. Part with it cheaply, I reckon.
And
5 gold pieces.
oh, this is where Klug just sighs and says, "Unfortunately, I have nothing so small to purchase with. I have with me a seal, the crest of the Dust family, or a jeweled box of 3 rings, and this platinum necklace, or a topaz pendant. Perhaps we should make a deal with some more items."
He eyes the topaz and the platinum, and he sticks his hand out and says, let me see those. I'll inspect them and see what we would be willing to pay."
And I lift my chin insulted and go, "I am the child of a great tinker. You think I do not know worthy craftsmanship?"
What would you price them then?
Far more than a set of tinker tools. So,
What strikes your fancy around
would
our
you say
fine
these
camp?
were worth as much as Sir Davish's sword for a simple sip of your potion?
The potion is not just his sword, remember.
Mm,
All of his valuables for a sip.
I see.
You intrigue me, though. You seem to be the wealthiest of the party. How did you come by your great valuables?
I see an opportunity and I take it. Though none missed any of this which I took.
Well, though it is short of a potion, in a rare case of events, I believe you were looking for a pack animal.
Indeed, I am.
I could offer you one of our fine steeds.
May I see the steed in the morning?
Yes. Before you go, sounds like a plan. Right
Very
now
well.
they are sleeping, but you may check the wares then.
I put the 2 pieces in my pocket and return the kit and say we will conclude our business in the morning.
All right. Anybody else tempted by the valuables?
No.
I want to
That's
see if they might have something for me to buy.
okay.
So on the way here, I left without something that I hold dear to myself, and I haven't seen anything around as of yet. But I would like to know, by chance, do you have maybe some bagpipes in one of these carts?
Our fine musicians play many instruments. Among them, none play the bagpipes. Um, we might have something, though. And he brings out an array of dusty old instruments, um, none of which look like they've been played in a while. Clearly not the fine pieces that are around the campfire with members of the band. And one of them is indeed a bagpipe. He seems to not know that he has one, though.
So he has a bagpipe, he plays a bagpipe, but he doesn't know it's a bagpipe.
No, it's dusty. It hasn't been played in years. He
Oh,
doesn't have a
gotcha,
clue what
gotcha.
it is. Yeah.
Very well. That.
What the?
May I look at that one?
Oh my god, that one sounds terrible. You can.
Wow.
He squeezes his eyes shut like he didn't quite hear you properly. But if you insist, and he hands it over.
Is it
Look-
all
Look all you want. Yeah,
solid and
I mean it's all working, but it's clearly untreated. Like this is a
It's rough.
tortured instrument. It is a tortured instrument. Would you like to try to play it?
hell yeah, I would.
Are you going to attempt to clean it at all first?
I want to be able to dust it off. I want to make sure there's no tears. I want to make sure that all the pipes are screwed in proper.
Okay. Yeah. Give me a general D20 for that. Yeah. You check over the device
Fair.
thoroughly, and it clearly hasn't been played in a very long time. Could have been longer than you've been alive, perhaps. This is since this instrument's been touched, and it's got loose bits all over the place. And you do your best, and you patch it up a little bit, and you play performance, please.
Okay.
Describe a masterful performance.
So tightening up all the knots and the pipes, getting it positioned properly, preparing to fill the air or fill the bladder. I place it under my arm and get multiple pipes to each hand, ready to maneuver. Fill the bag and begin with a squelch that screams and breaches the noise that is outside of the wagon, loud enough to be able to catch attention, and then continue on into a slow moving into a very upbeat, almost tearful joy of a song, and continue in speed and pace and encouraging the emotions of the people around me.
Matter of fact, that inspires me. What is Sir Davish doing right now?
I am probably just hanging out, sitting against a tree, writing in my book.
The tall man's gonna walk up. He'll stop some 6 to 8 feet off from you. He'll say, "You, man with sword."
I'll look up and I'll say, "Yes."
"You lead this lot, yes?"
I'll kind of shrug and I'll say, "Lead's a strong word, but I am part of them."
"I watch how they follow you like puppies. I will travel with you for a time. They call me Walks Among Stars."
I'll stand up, I'll put my book down, I'll brush myself off, and I'll extend a hand and I'll say, "Welcome aboard. The name's Sir Davish. Davish for short."
He'll he'll grasp you by the wrist, and it's a big fucking hand, and you catch a bunch of fur sticking out from beneath the hem of his long robe as he extends his hand. He says, "I will travel with you, Sir Davish, but know this: I am no puppy."
I'll go. Nor am I looking for any.
Very well.
And I will say, would you like to know what we are currently doing, though? Just so you know what you're in for with this lot.
Matters little to me.
Fair enough. And I'll grab my book again, and I'll say, we leave in the morrow, then. Welcome aboard, Walks Among Stars.
Very well. And he'll just turn and he'll go off and enjoy the bagpipe. Get in with a little dance, perhaps. Wild and crazy. Shakes like a bone rattler.
No, there you go. A wild and crazy guy. You'll see probably halfway through the night, I'll enter Irina's tent and we'll be discussing inside the tent.
All right. What would you like to discuss?
We have quite a journey ahead of us.
Indeed.
How are you holding up?
The day has wearied me, but my strength remains. I'll be good to travel in the morning. Hopefully we will make it to Vallaki soon.
Yes, we must make it to Vallaki. We don't really have another choice. But,
She massages her neck a little.
I'll raise an eyebrow. I'll kind of just let that one be, and I'll go, but how are you feeling about what happened back there? Visibly rattled you at the time.
The Devil Strahd is a weight upon all of us. None so much as me knows.
Well, it seems to be more of a weight on you than anybody. He is coming for you, it seems.
Yes. Twice bitten. I believe he wishes to turn me.
Twice bitten? Wait a minute, you've been bitten?
Yes. A vampire cannot survive without blood.
I understand that, but how are you
Many
not...
have been bitten.
How are you not turned?
I believe he must choose to turn. A bite is not enough.
And so he did not choose to turn you, even though he pursues you across this whole land.
Those that he kills become his thralls. Never heard of him turning somebody into a vampire? My goodness. The thought.
Well, we're here to not allow that to happen, one way or another. But I just wanted to make sure that you're ready for the trip tomorrow and you understand that we still stand by you. We'll get there.
And I will take comfort in your words. It will allow me to sleep better tonight. Thank you, Sir Davish.
I'll nod my head and I'll say, just remember, the fight isn't over yet, nor will it be over until that bastard Strahd lies dead.
She nods and turns to sleep.
I'll leave.
Yeah. All right, it's getting late at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Has anybody else an interest in the camp or the merry Vistani folk?
No. But Klug, that is me, now goes to, I think her name's Listana. Oh shoot, I forgot to pronounce names.
Irina?
Irina, thank you. Goes towards Irina's tent and calls out quietly to see if she's awake, and if she is, offers protection's guard again to sleep by the door.
One moment. And after a few moments, she beckons you in. She's been clearly dressing for bed recently, and her bedroll is prepared, and a faint lavender aroma floats in the air. Perhaps some incense.
Travels in style.
And she insists that you get a full night's rest.
I bow and say, "Very well, but I shall not be far away." And I leave the tent and clumsily try to set mine up, realizing it is a bit dark and a bit late. Do a pretty poor job.
Right.
I want to see if I can get my hands on this set of pipes, and maybe on replenishing my disguise kit.
Oh yeah.
Are you still looking like a human right now, Kirk?
Mostly. My wig is slightly coming off, a horn's peeking out from underneath.
Okay.
Yeah, so the pipes, considering your great performance with them, they agree to. He is clearly the whole camp applauds, and they're yours. He bestows them upon you as a gift, for you must be the greatest musician to come through camp for quite some time. The locals are just horrible musicians. So dreary. They always play a dirge. I've not
Oh,
heard
Scotland
those.
the Brave.
Anybody who could summon such a lovely sound from such an ugly instrument deserves a set for themselves, clearly.
She had me at hello.
Bagpipes at 11 p.m. You're a cruel man.
Having just finished dancing from the last tune, Walks Among Stars will walk up to you and he'll say, "You, horn song. What is that instrument you play? I've never heard the like."
I'm sorry. What did you call me?
I called you horn song.
Horn saw.
Horn song.
Horn song. Okay. Very well. Um. They're called bagpipes. They are an instrument of, I guess, renown is the best way to say it where I come from. They can be a beautiful thing, or they can scream like a demon being tortured. It's entirely dependent upon the person.
It's a song of both love and war. I like it.
Well, thank you.
He'll just kind of snort at your thanks and, turning go back to his cups and his pipe.
That said, is there a chance that you might have maybe something along the lines of additional disguise or costume, makeup and such that I might buy from you?
The best seamstresses are among us. Make a request, and it will be ready in the morning.
I need to know the cost because
Custom pieces by request. Price varies. What is it you're after?
something to something to be able to prevent others from seeing this. And I'll reach up and I'll run my hands through the wig and the hair and pull it back and show the horns that come up off the side of my head.
So
I've
you
been
wish to hide who you are?
I've been told that others are less likely to attack those I'm with and myself so long as they don't see this. I do not hide who I am. You've heard me play, that's who I am. But uh, what people see before they know who I am, that is what I wish them to learn the me before they see the exterior.
A drunken Vistani kind of bumps you a little as you say exterior, and he says, "Oh, sorry. My goodness, what beautiful horns you have, sir." It's clear that these people are indifferent completely. A shock to you because you've never met anybody who hasn't looked at you with fear or hatred.
Hey.
And he continues, "Well, a piece like that, maybe 5 silver,
Very well, absolutely, I would appreciate that.
if you insist. I cannot change your mind on this, I see."
Again, it's not to hide who I am. It is more along the lines of being able to protect those that I am with so that they're not attacked for being in my presence.
A noble cause. And yeah, that'll be ready in the morning.
That makes me happy. I'm going to go play a little bit more and then go to sleep using one of the bedrolls that they offer.
Xavier,
Yes.
how involved were you with the festivities?
Well, after the performance, Xavier just backed away from the festivities and started to search out for a specific item.
How do you go about this search?
Looking at different floral areas, trying to find a specific plant.
Oh, what plant are you after?
Rose.
Well, give me a nature check.
I find his behavior to be unusually suspicious, so I'm trying to keep an eye on it.
Sounds
You're
good.
not wrong.
Never bad to follow a party member when they seem suspicious.
How do
He's
you ever
just
get a
out
wing of
flower
silk
picking,
radish?
though. What do you got for me?
Got
Damn it.
one natural.
Natural one. You
Fucking
find a red flower that
Oh,
you
fuck.
believe to be a rose.
Hmm.
Poison ivy.
Poison oak, sir.
And then you take that red flower.
Okay, put it in my bag.
Mm, shit.
And you believe that shit is a rose. That's hilarious. I like that.
Well done.
Oh yeah, deep crimson, super creamy.
Oh,
That's not good.
No, no.
It's less than good.
Yeah,
fact.
the leaves are heart shaped.
Oh, good.
Okay, so I'm just curious. Did I notice what he took, and did I identify it?
Oh, perception.
Okay.
Perception.
Okay.
Being a druid, you'll get a freebie on the identification if you perceive it.
Oh, pardon me.
Holy crap. Did you roll?
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't look at the roll.
Yeah, it's in GM chat.
Oh,
Good enough.
good enough.
You see that he has picked a photinia, the quote-unquote little red rose of death.
Okay. Well,
So it appears that he is gathering poison.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, fair.
All right.
A fair assumption.
All right. All right.
Yeah, definitely not a real rose, but it is well known, quote-unquote, as a rose.
But as far as I know, I just saw this guy skulk off into the woods and pick some poison.
He wasn't exactly skulking, but yeah,
I mean,
he's
you
just
know,
like he's wandering around,
Mountain.
seemingly with the intention of purposefully gathering a poisonous flower. That is correct.
Okay. Okay. Just making sure. Just want to make sure I got the facts as my character knows them.
Perfect. Well, let's see what he does with said poisonous flower.
I continue to look for more.
Are you gonna like adorn yourself with it or put it in your bag?
Ingest it. I think that's the best option.
No, I was just put it in my bag.
It's gonna use it for chafing cream.
What is it near in your bag, if I might ask? I mean, like a few items that you have in your bag, just a list of a few random items you have in your bag.
All right.
The first 5 that you come to mind.
Oh no.
Dagger,
Mm-hmm.
chest.
He's carrying a
Massive
chest.
You're carrying a
scroll.
goddamn chest.
In
I
his
forgot
bag.
about
Of
that.
course, you have a full-sized treasure chest in your bag.
Oh wow! Okay, I'm gonna take that out.
Similarly to Tormund's plight when I was a player, you have not been carrying a giant treasure chest. around.
No, I have not. Why is there a chest there?
It's
Don't worry about
because
it.
the background we picked had a chest in it.
Yeah.
It just makes no sense. Yeah, you just have a large carrying case that you haul
Map and
somehow.
scrolls, a dagger, and costume.
Okay.
Oh no.
Roll a d4.
Ooh, is it
Okay.
in the costume?
Let's see what the
Roll a
D4
D4.
says.
All right. I've got an action.
It's in the underwear of the costume.
Oh.
Okay, take your action as this d4 goes off. Take your action.
Mine's gonna have to take place over the course of like the next few hours. So
Okay.
basically, now that I'm suspicious, I'm gonna be really studying Xavier to see if I can pick up on any maybe rivalries that he might have. Because now I saw him pick poison, and I'm trying to figure out what he might do.
Give me 3 insight rolls. You
There's
said a
some
few
dank
Yeah.
insight here.
Just for the rest of the evening, basically.
hours. Yep.
Trying to figure out who he might poison, and watching to see if he actually implements it,
Yep.
which obviously isn't. I mean, it didn't sound like he actually.
A trio of insight rolls, please.
All right, should I make them public or private?
You can make them private if you want.
There's one.
Mm-hmm.
There's 2.
Mm-hmm.
And there's the third one. Oh,
Okay.
wow. Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep, those are rolls.
Those are rolls.
Those are rolls, man.
I'll tell you what you sussed out.
Those are dinner
Okay.
rolls.
All right. Anybody else before we conclude?
Really? Really?
No, I'm going to bed.
All right.
Yeah.
My D4 was a 1.
Yes.
Yeah, you'll find out what happened later if you ever look in your bag.
Oh,
Just never look in your bag again.
I mean,
It's a valid
you
strategy.
It is. Yeah, nothing happens if you don't open the
yeah,
bag.
but if you
Strategy.
play the game,
Schrodinger's
you
bag.
have no idea.
Play of the game. He never looked in his bag again.
Yep, Schrodinger's bag. That's play of the game right there.
That's the play of the game.
Bag of holding, bag of anti-holding. Oh, come on.
Bag of holding, bag of anti-holding. I don't get it. I missed it. It went
Bag
over
of
my
holding
head.
holds everything. He never gives in the bag. It's not a bag of holding. It's the opposite, anti-holding. I have to explain it now, so it's never going to be funny.
So what is Xavier doing?
after he picks the flowers, he's just gonna go over and find a bedroll and just lay down.
Okay, so he goes to lay down. What is Tados doing?
Who would have thought?
Depending on how far into the night we go, I'm probably quieting down on the pipes and getting ready to tuck myself into the bedroll like I was mentioning.
You'd see, as you were going to go bed down, the big man would approach and he would say, "Old Sog, do you have a moment?"
Yeah. What what can I do for you?
Perhaps we can speak in private near the road.
And a visible shiver goes over his body. I'm really not a fan of roads, but if you say so.
The Vistani have peering ears. They like to listen in on personal business.
Very well.
He's kind of, you catch him taking a sort of long stare off in Xavier's direction right before you break and make for privacy.
Yeah, which way do you go?
Just just down off over here, over here somewhere, just away from everybody, basically.
Okay.
Out of earshot. Just grab some bush cover or something. He'll come to a stop and he'll say, "I've noticed, by the way, your fair-haired companion looks upon you, that there is bad blood."
Yeah, he's jealous, envious. That's who he is. He tries to outperform himself and thinks that he has to catch up to me, and
I have met many men of his ilk in my days. I followed him tonight into the woods, where I witnessed him take into his possession a potent flower with poisonous properties. He has it now in his pack. I thought you should know.
I mean, I'll keep an eye on him, but I as often as he goes face first into the mud, and as graceful as he is, he probably thought it was just pretty and he's going to use it in his hair.
Well, I certainly hope he should not. The poison is cruel.
I mean, I understand, but it's honestly any of the horses that pull these carts are about as bright. Probably brighter knowing to stay away from a poisonous flower, but I don't think that he's gonna mean any ill will with it. I can't.
He searched long and hard, and he seemed very confident that he had found what he was searching for. But you have the information now. Use it as you will.
I appreciate it, and I do thank you for that. And I don't think I ever caught your name.
They call me Walks Among Stars.
Very well. Oh, thank you, Walks Among Stars. I will keep that in the back of my mind, and I appreciate you letting me know, because yes, I think out of everyone here, he does have the largest grudge against me. So,
Very
thank
well.
you.
May your dreams be pleasant.
And may the night treat you well.
He turns and kind of groans a little bit as that big old fucking shackle around his neck swings around, and you get a little look of his neckline in there, and you can see it's got like this wound that's just sort of always open right where the iron is rubbing against it. But he disappears quickly into the brush.
The plot thickens.
Such a fun plot.
The plottiest.
All right. Everybody's going to bed at this point, yeah?
Yeah.
Nothing else? All right. Yeah. Cool.
Whew, that was fun.
Let's take 5.
It's time to do.
All right, you all awake?
Yep.
How early do we want to set out? The Vallaki are kind of packing up. They provide Tados with his requested garb. You can choose the color and expend 5 silver, and they pack up, mid-morning. You can leave before them or after them.
Let's get started bright and early.
Bright and early.
And I need to finish my transaction.
Ah, yes. They, what were the goods you were offering again?
So, I admit I didn't have the value written down, so I did pull it up.
Excellent.
Nick had told me, but I hadn't written down at the time, so I had to check. So,
What did it turn out to be value-wise?
Huh?
What was the value?
For the jewelry box with the 3 gold-plated rings, 75 gold pieces.
Sorry, specifically for the topaz pendant and the platinum.
So it turns out actually
Necklace.
I checked. I actually found the list for that specific room. Don't worry, I didn't see anything else.
Mm-hmm.
It was a platinum necklace with a topaz pendant, so it's 1 piece, and that was 750 gold pieces.
Oh yeah, that's the one he wanted.
Yeah,
He's
and that's worth like
intrigued.
10 horses. So
Yeah.
bit more bartering is in order.
He's offered you 1 horse so far.
Well-
and he indeed introduces you to a dappled black mare, a beautiful horse, and he says, "This is just one of our most trusted beasts. We would love to make a deal for that pendant of yours. You
And
wanted
the
a horse
toolkit?
and a toolkit, yeah? I say that's a fair bargain."
I pull out the pieces and I went and I said, well, I told you I know my craftsmanship. And under daylight, I inspected again. And the pendant, now that I've removed some grime, is worth far more than 1 nag and a toolkit. Let me say, is this a riding horse or a workhorse?
Oh, definitely a workhorse, but it could be ridden. Not fast, but ridden.
I put the necklace away and pull out the jewelry box with the 3 rings and say, for the nag and the kit, I can give you the rings and the jewelry box, but the platinum necklace, I would need 5 horses and you would still be getting too much.
You intrigue me. I cannot part with the horses we need for our carriages, unfortunately. I could offer you 2 horses and a sip from the bottle of potion.
Oh, this is now getting my attention. Shoot. And I stop and look very, very concerned. I was not expecting this and go, and there's nothing to say besides that this potion allows you through the mist.
Indeed, it guarantees you a safe journey through the mist.
Do I see another one of his companions nearby?
There's, Sergei's over there.
Okay. Have all of your companions and your guards accept of this?
Of course, we partake the sacred potion every time we leave. In fact, we better have some now. And they pull out a flask of just the beautiful blue liquid, and they all pass it around, and they say, "Could be yours." There's 1 swallow left in the bottle after they've taken what they were.
Is there any visible change or anything noticed once they all take a sip?
Nope. You could roll insight, though.
I got it. Are we going anywhere where this mist is? I don't even know that much. Yeah, I'll roll insight. Why not?
Yeah, insight into whether they non-visibly change, like, what's their demeanor? Let's see what you're up.
All right. My insight, if I remember, is pretty poor. All right, I'm sorry. Where is insight?
It's under wisdom. It's in the skills list.
Skills
Wisdom
list.
skill. Maybe the skills list is alphabetical though.
Oh gosh, I've completely forgotten since we played. Oh my gosh.
Are you
goodness.
trying to find out your character sheet?
Yeah.
It's right next.
So I can roll.
If you see wisdom, go to the right, and it's down a little bit.
Yeah, no, I see that.
Mm-hmm. You have a -1, so if you wanted to just roll a d20 and say -1.
Sorry, you said wisdom, or what was the roll again? Wisdom?
Insight.
No,
Insight. Thank you.
Yeah. Hey.
There you
There
go.
it is.
I don't see a roll.
You don't have it yet. I just found it.
Oh, there it is.
Ooh.
Yeah. They they look like they've drunk something that has emboldened them. They seem to be much braver after drinking this drink.
Okay. I, like the good puppy I am, go to Sir Davish and Tatos and beckon them over and say, just a moment. I will consult if 2 horses will satisfy our needs. Sir Davish, Tatos, a moment.
What is it?
So, I'm engaged in a little trade, and at a loss, I can acquire us 2 horses. They seem to be sturdy nags, but I'm afraid I don't know much of horsemanship beyond that. So, will 2 horses be enough, or shall we all just walk?
We're going to be as slow as the slowest person. So, that being said,
Mm-hmm.
we don't have enough to carry all of us.
Fair enough. All right.
I wouldn't bother with the.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. And for one seeming a little bit, right before I turn away and say, that deal also did include some of that potion.
Of course.
Much cheaper
And
than all of your
hands
belongings.
He hands you the reins and the bottle. And you hand over the pendant, yeah?
I waited for Sir Davish. I said, well, I got a deal on the potion much cheaper than everything you own, if we still want those horses. There's nothing I love more than irritating Sir Davish.
I'll go. If you wish to lose your belongings, be that as it may, but I don't see us using that potion.
His outstretched hand holds the bottle towards you, and
If I were
24
you, I'd
hours
say.
works for 24 hours.
If I were you, I would
Take
say
it now
no,
and be through the woods by sunset.
By this point, Klug is. I knew I wasn't going to take this deal. I mean, I flipped my lucky coin in my pocket and snuck a peek. I wasn't going to go my way. So instead, I go over and say, my associates are not impressed by the mount and believe we'll find perhaps a better chance farther up the road. However, the toolkit, I do have some gold. What are you selling that kit for?
5 gold, as I said.
5 gold? It is yours.
Perfect. And the toolkit changes hands. The reins are returned to the carts. And a little bit of gold clinks in the storyteller's pocket.
Nice. Oh gosh, I gotta be me. Shoot. Sleight of hand, I try and hook one of those coins back.
Okay, let's roll that.
Did that come up? No, did not.
Hooking a coin off a gypsy. What?
Now, she's acting rather suspicious, so I'm going to try to keep an eye on her, too.
Ooh, baby. Nobody has an inkling as you swipe a coin.
All right, 4 coins gone and acquired a tinker kit. I am satisfied with my day.
This man's purse is fat. You do not reckon. Yeah, you notice a fair trade happening there. Walks among stars.
That was a fair trade.
Sounds about right.
If maybe a little pricey for a tinker kit of this caliber. Yeah.
I wouldn't know nothing about the price.
You wouldn't know nothing about that. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
that's why
whether
Klug.
it's honesty going
Hence
on.
why Klug took a gold coin back.
Yeah, exactly.
That wasn't an insight roll, though.
Perception. Yeah.
No.
Exactly. You notice a fair trade.
That was good. I didn't go for insight.
Yeah. That's good. Alrighty. Anything else?
We must leave.
Indeed. What direction shall you go?
Well, I can't find the map. Otherwise.
Back to the map. Here we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeehaw. And
Xavier opens his bag for his
party-
mirror.
What the?
The party is... What the what?
Oh, blurry. There we go.
Something blurry?
It's
It's
floating.
just-
We're good.
We are righty here at the G on the map. Oh, you don't see that. I see that.
Shift.
It's
Shift.
at...
Hold down the.
We're at the little camp right here.
And then we need to go to Vallaki.
Does everybody see that? Where my
Yes.
Yeah.
blue... So,
And we need to go Vallaki.
yeah, and to the north, going this way, along this red line, there it looks like more of a footpath than a road.
Yeah. But we have Castle Ravenloft right here, correct?
Yeah, that is a castle of some report. Most people call it by the name Ravenloft. You've never been there, so you don't know for sure.
Xavier looks in his bag for his mirror.
When you open your bag, you notice that your costume has a giant red blotch of it's just very, very crimson stain right across the breast.
God damn it. I'm gonna take the costume out, look at it like that ugly color, and toss it to the side.
Oh,
First your hair, now your costume? Oh no.
okay. Well, he's going for his bag. I'm definitely keeping him.
Is
After
Fox-
that, he sorts the petals and the flowers off to the side, away from anything else it would make contact with.
Yeah, so as he's fixing up his bag and getting out his mirror to check his good looks, you notice that the poisonous flower he picked appears to have kind of crumbled into kind of a paste as it was rubbed between the garments and the dagger, and it has ruined his clothing.
Interesting. Well, maybe he isn't. Maybe he isn't as competent as I give him credit for.
Yeah, he's not been handling a poisonous flower how you should handle a poisonous flower, clearly.
So he's both a poisoner and a fool. Interesting.
Fair
You could see it
assessment.
that way. You could
Does
see
that
it.
make two fools in the party then?
I'm not a very trusting individual, okay?
Yeah, yep. Alrighty. Taking the footpath or going around?
So what's the time difference of going up north?
It's it's a day's travel to go back and get around to the bridge.
You're talking about
Let me
the bridge
use the
down here.
measuring tool. Let me use the measuring tool. Hang on. What was the time it takes to go a grid square? It's like 20 miles a day or something.
So, yeah, it's like 25 miles per day or something.
25 miles per day. All right. So
Something like that. So 20.
okay, it takes about a little more than half a day
Wait,
to go back and around to the bridge that
Why-
crosses the falls.
Can't we just follow the water if we just
Um,
go that route?
and then
Shoreline?
you would make it to the crossroads at the end of your trip.
well, no,
and then,
my question was the bridge down here.
Mark. I don't. Where are you?
Pinging it.
Down and to the left.
You're pinging it. Oh my God. Yeah, that's a long way away from you.
Well, I'm worried about the castle. It's not walking
So
to Strahd.
if you just tried to bushwhack it, that would be a day's travel, but that's difficult terrain, so you would
Yeah.
get less than halfway there, I'm sure. And that would be, you'd have to be like climbing through a forest and over a
Well,
mountain.
can we ask one of the travelers to see if they believe traveling next to the castle is a safe road?
The main road is absolutely safe, one of them says. Stick to the main road and you'll be just fine.
Which one's the main road?
As far as you can be fine in these lands.
Yeah.
But any road is a main road around here.
Huh.
There aren't many that, well, there's no roads that really lead out of town, so they're all main roads.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
He laughs.
So what did I gain from that insight roll? Is he honestly believe his bullshit, or is he trying to get a fast one on us?
Oh, okay, well, does he believe his bullshit?
As
That
in,
implies
is he
bullshit existing. There
Yes.
is no bullshit, however, he's not being entirely truthful either. It's definitely not safe.
Yeah.
The word safe doesn't really resonate off his tongue quite as smoothly as the rest of his words, you know?
Then I'll go. Then what's your definition of safe then?
Well, considering where you are, if you get bitten by a werewolf, you're pretty safe.
Fair enough.
And he snickers again.
Is it safer to go along the river or track back to get to the bridge up ahead?
I believe the river is a difficult path. The falls has very confined travel. Seeing as you're all on foot, though, should be able to make it.
Thank you for your information. I'll go
Should.
back to the group and I'll say it seems like we have two roads. We can go back to where we were attacked by the wolves, and go up west to north from there to get to the bridge, or we can follow the river. Sounds like that the alternative of going through the river, where it's well shorter, seems to be more treacherous. What say you?
Klug literally flips a coin. I don't like that answer, but since I did it, we're going back the way we came.
What does anybody else have to say?
I am ready to travel.
Shortest way is probably the best, I guess. But what's the time frame for us one way versus the other?
Quarter of a day versus a half a day. Well, no, actually, it's even shorter than that, isn't it?
Yeah, it was a whole day versus.
Maybe 2 hours.
A couple hours versus half a day, yeah.
Well,
I think that speaks for itself.
I say we venture along the river.
The river!
My
Whatever
opinion,
brings us
good.
closer to fame.
Walks among stars. Have you ventured this land very much?
I have wandered, yes.
Do you have any insight that might aid our travels on wandering this road?
Continue. Huh?
I'd like to have you roll survival to see exactly where you've wandered.
All of us, or just one of us?
No, just walks among stars.
Okay.
Holy shit.
All right.
Yeah.
You've scaled the switchbacks at the end of the river before, and you can explain how difficult it is.
Like a while ago, or
Yeah, like a while ago. Yeah.
Right. He says, if you continue on as you came, you will come to the base of the falls. There is a treacherous path that ascends back up to the road. It will be difficult. The last time I traveled that way, the road was operable.
Well, I believe we can scale a cliff, hopefully, safely, even though it is treacherous. Let us
It is a
continue on.
mighty height.
What's that?
It is a mighty height. Some athletic acuity is required.
Understood. With your assistance, I believe we can make it.
Perhaps.
Let's go.
All right. So you set off. You follow the river to the base of a canyon, at the far end of which a great waterfall spills into a pool, billowing clouds of cold mist. The great stone bridge spanning the canyon, nearly 1,000 feet overhead, stands against the early sun. A narrow switchback, clearly visible up the sheer canyon walls, has been washed away by a recent landslide, leaving the path forward barred.
Two bards. This shouldn't be bad.
So it's just a smooth cliff face?
It's not totally smooth, but like a good chunk of the switchback that's supposed to allow you to get up it easily.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not easily, but has like eroded into just kind of a wash of rubble that is impossible to climb in its current
Does anyone
crash
have
bait.
Oh.
climbing batons?
So you're saying there's no possible way to get up there, is what you're saying?
I mean, without doing something to it,
Okay, I see
other
what
than
you're
just
saying.
climbing on it.
Okay.
Climbing speed isn't good enough.
How high is
No
it?
one has batons from
It's
Adventure
1,000 feet.
Pack?
I do not have pitons.
1,000 feet, sir.
Okay.
So how far on the map have we moved, if at all?
Oh yeah, I'll move your little Toki guy. He's taking a toke. You're like here.
How
No message.
what kind of stone is it?
Just like shale and granite mixture.
Ooh, granite.
Yeah, not exactly sturdy stuff.
So we have flaky stuff and then really solid stuff.
It was not like this when last I tread this land.
It's clear that like a big shale shelf, fell onto the pathway and just split everywhere.
With your many travels, do you see a way up?
I could traverse this land, yes. You? Perhaps. Them? Doubtful.
It seems as though we wasted the day if we're not to attempt this. Is there a way across the river? Does it seem as though across the river would be a better way up?
Attempting to cross without backtracking would be unadvisable. The pool of water where the falls hits is oh, I see. Sorry, I placed you incorrectly slightly. You did go under the bridge, and you're here. You're in this. You're by this. You're along this large pool of water, staring at a cliff face, attempting to climb somehow. And the canyon where it goes under the bridge and on the sides before the falls is super slippery smooth. It's clear you would need the same as for the switchbacks, some kind of magic solution or a climbing solution of some kind.
You could also just back up to the bridge and you just go to the castle.
What?
Look, what I'm looking on the map is we passed the bridge.
So we're like 1,000 feet down that
Yeah.
bridge at the top.
Yeah.
Oh,
Deep
got it.
chasm. Yes,
Yes.
It doesn't really account for height, unfortunately.
it does.
Okay, so we have to get up to be on
Correct.
the other side.
We have to be. We
Okay.
have to get up. Yeah.
Like
Are
all
we
around
trying to
the
go to the castle?
We're
1,000
trying. We're
foot.
trying to go to Vallaki.
Okay, we're skipping the castle that had Raven in the name because of all the cards. Okay.
Yeah, that's where Strahd lives.
For all you know, there's a vampire lord stalking that cat.
Yeah, we don't want to meet that man. That's a bad man.
It's a
Yeah,
bad man.
Okay, I missed that part of the conversation.
that
with
man's
that
is
being
bad.
that being Strahd's
Yes,
castle.
that is
specifically.
Strahd von
Yeah.
Zarovich's
That's
cat.
a bad.
I heard ruined castle and ravens, and I assumed
bad
it had to do
man's.
with cards, not the.
We don't want to meet that
Indeed.
bad's man's.
Indeed.
Anyway, we
Wes,
have,
we're not fighting Batman.
no, we're fighting the bad man.
Indeed.
Anyway, we have to make the decision of are we going to scale this or are we going to backtrack?
How many ropes do we have?
We've got 150-foot.
Anybody else have a rope, or is that it?
Hang on.
Yes.
Should have taken the damn adventurers pack.
Nope, no rope.
So was it just parts that we'll have to traverse with assistance, or is it the whole thing that we have to go up with assistance? That's what I'm kind of confused on. Where is it the switchback is still intact, but there's like parts of the switchback that are destroyed?
Parts of it are destroyed, exactly. A large
okay.
centerpiece, like the corners of each switchback is intact, but the middles of pretty much the whole thing are all messed up.
Okay. And last, I've got a question. How far is the gap in between switchbacks? Or is it making a lot of altitude in between each one? Or are they close-ish together.
It's clear it would be a couple hour climb. The gaps are relatively short, maybe 25 to 50 feet each one.
But vertically between a
Vertically
switchback.
between the corners, yeah. As you get closer to the end, like as you get closer to a V, there's obviously less and less. But corner to corner
Okay.
is like 50 feet.
And that's vertically, not horizontally.
Yeah.
Okay.
Vertically, yeah.
Klug has a idea.
And it's
Sure.
sheer and slippery surface in the corners.
Well, if we have a proficient climber, as Walksmoke Star says, if we get them to go to a corner, lower rope and assist to that corner, and then they traverse to the next corner up, basically use them as a hopping point and go up just on one side.
It could work. What do you think, Walks Among Stars?
I can offer backup. I've got pretty good athletics and strength.
So what was it exactly you proposed there?
So she's proposing that we go to the first corner. You climb your way up to the corner above us, and you lower a rope, and we climb up. And we do that all the way up. Because you claim to be the
Activate a
most...
skill challenge.
Yeah.
Skill
I
challenge?
would assume you would do that, but you seem to be the most proficient climber of all of us if you've traversed these lands proficiently.
He looks at you, nods, says, very well. I must prepare myself for the climb. He's gonna go and like bathe in the water.
I'm going to stretch.
All right.
Klug's gonna go watch.
The first obstacle in the skill challenge is the fact that you you're planning on using a rope to get between each switchback,
Mhm.
and the issue is to get to the first switchback is heavily blocked by the bottom of the rubble, because all of that rubble gathered on that first one, kind of, and the rest are moderately obscured. So the first switchback is the hardest climb, and it requires a skilled climber aided by a climbing kit, basically.
I've got this.
Okay?
I'm going to sit down and start a ritual.
Okay. Is it a level 1
Alright.
spell?
Technically.
Oh,
This
looks
is
like
the
an
only
auto
time
success.
What do you got?
This is like the only time I have not gone with an adventurer's pack, which had all the climbing stuff in it. What do we got?
Unseen servant.
Oh wow!
Okay, what are you going to
So you don't need me.
command the servant to do?
Take the rope 50 feet up to where we can secure it, have him secure it so we have an anchor point.
Okay. It works. Yeah, that works.
There you go.
50-foot range.
Finger snap. Nice.
Simple task, such as tying a rope, is within its purview. Yeah. All right. Check. One skill challenge out of the way.
I am.
Perfect.
All right. The next, we got 20 switchbacks to go, basically. So let's say the next
20 switchbacks to go,
Next.
baby.
10. The next 10 are moderately obscured by rubble on each one, and it's not as hard as the first one. So you think that each member could attempt to basically crawl across the rubble
Mm-hmm.
without using the rope to climb, if you so chose.
Fuck it, let's have a safety then. Let's keep using the rope.
Okay. Who's gonna attempt to get to cross two switchbacks, basically, to attach the rope again to the next one?
What would I have to roll for?
That would be a dexterity check twice.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go for it.
You guys are just up and going. Okay, all right.
I mean, it's not
No,
my
we were waiting for
proficiency,
you to be
but...
done. We started the
Oh,
skill challenge.
we're
I
waiting
was-
for We're waiting for Nick still.
Well, I mean, I could come in and do what I was asked to to do, but
Yeah,
I
sorry.
could also not. It's all good. No, it's up to you guys. It's cool. It's cool.
We'd-
He's watching. He's kind of amused.
We'd love to have you.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We'd love to have.
All right, so
Come on.
yeah, so the big man, he says he has to prepare. He goes and he drops his robe, and beneath that you can see that there's this like kind of ramshackle, like hide, bone and sinew breastplate that he wears under his robe, and he pulls that off too, and you can see now that the guy's got hair all over his body, just like thick, like fur, not just hair. Like he's got fur. It's like a deep red, and he hops in, and he washes himself. The only garment he leaves on is his ring around his neck, and then as he comes out, he rolls all his belongings up into his robe and hoists it over his shoulder, and walks over, looks up. He's still naked, mind you. And then he'll turn and he'll look and he'll see that the rope has been suspended up there already, and he just takes in all the different switchbacks and what needs to be done, and then he'll turn and he'll look to you, man with sword, and he'll say, "I'm ready."
Godspeed.
Of course. With that, his back just violently contorts. His face shoots up, and he lets out just this earth-curdling, just fucking cry of pain and agony. And as he does so, it's like his back just like explodes out backwards, just this huge bulbous thing, and all four of his appendages just kind of shoot outwards, like as if he's being like crucified on a cross, like an X cross. And as they shoot outwards, they burst open, and from within, from within each of his four limbs, two limbs just burst forward and open up. And in a moment, there's just this gory mess of fur and gore and blood on the ground next to a little pile of his belongings. And there is a massive red giant spider with an iron collar around its neck standing where he was just a moment ago. He's going to retrieve his things, put a little silk on his butt, and stick them to the side of his butt, and immediately start scaling the wall with spider climb, of course. No skill check necessary.
Yep.
I'll lay down silk where silk needs to be laid down to help everybody get up, and I'll usher the party up in whatever capacity they need, catching them if they should fall as best I can.
All right.
Wow.
Cool. As you get higher and higher, the sides of the wall get looser and looser. There's clearly still a lot of structural integrity missing here. Should you figure if you continue without a solution, the pathway will surely crumble and landslide again, taking you all with it.
Well, I can use my silk.
You can't use it twice.
Hmm?
You can't use the same thing twice in a skill check, unfortunately.
Oh,
Well,
you have
he
to
used.
come up with a different method,
Okay.
I thought I did spider climb.
Yeah,
as
he
my
used
first.
spider climb.
Well, you said you were allowing them to climb on your silk specifically.
Okay, I do. I have an actual ability, and then I have just a spider
The
that has
flavor,
silk.
the flavor text.
Okay, I'll
there's-
let the actual ability go off. That's fair, yeah. What are you going to do with it? What does it say?
It's spider shot. It's like web shot or some shit. I can look.
Okay. Sweet.
I've
How
got
big is it? How much ground does it allow you to cover?
Web. It requires a recharge, so I'll need to roll a 5 or 6 to use it again.
Okay. Sounds good.
It is a range of 30 or 60 feet. It's a 2-hit, against a
Mhm.
creature. So it usually requires a creature as a target, and the target is restrained.
Yeah.
So
I'll
it's
allow you to target the side of the cliff and
And
try
then
to
restrain
strain it. You don't have it doesn't sound like you have enough to get all the way to the top based on that ability without your recharge going off. Yeah. So
Yeah,
roll
okay.
your recharge.
all right. I mean, it can still just count as one success, and I can be done.
It's one success, and then if your recharge hits, that'll be
Oh,
all the
wow.
way to the top. I
Here
think.
it is. What
Is that a
happened?
successful recharge?
That is
D4. You got a 4. Okay. All right. So you got a little bit of a way to go,
Mm-hmm.
and gosh, I can't even think of what my last.
I can't
is gonna-
speak, so I do the work as best I can, but I'm clearly not all the way out.
The as you get to the top of the last bit that you made solid with spider web, some smaller rocks start to roll underfoot and threatens to unbalance any member of the party. It's like ball bearings on a wet floor, you know. And you're on a skinny little switchback. You're moments from plummeting to your deaths. What do you do?
Anybody got any good spells?
I am tapped out. I've used both my tricks.
Yep. I've got a trick, but I'd prefer not to use it if someone else has an idea.
You've got 4 successes so far. Or sorry, 3 successes so far. This will be your
Oh,
4th.
mine's just combat.
That usually means.
All right, so describe where we are. Are we in this middle of this webbed patch on the rope, or are
No,
we
so
on
what
a corner?
Yeah, you're lined up along the side of the switchback directly above the area that was reinforced by spider silk.
Okay.
And there's a couple of ropes remaining in the party. Yeah.
All right, man.
So I'm guessing none of the bards have any spells that would be helpful here?
Already went through and used my servant.
Yeah, what about you, Xavier? Do you have any ideas?
Here, why don't you mock those rocks?
Hex placement.
Unfortunately, rocks are
You guys can-
unmockable.
You guys can embolden other people. Like, you can inspire people to overcome this nearly insurmountable task. Like,
I mean, what I'll do is I'll just take care of it. I'll use my wings and I will usher people across. So my Aesmar wings sprout from my back,
Right.
and I will usher
As-
people across as I float them across.
As the party clings to the wall, one of them literally, you sprout your beautiful. Well, are they beautiful?
Yeah, they're beautiful,
they're beautiful.
angelic white
Your
wings.
beautiful angelic white wings, and usher people safely to the top one at a time. Is that an ability?
Yep,
Or what
Radiant
is that?
Soul.
It's an ability.
Yep.
All right, and you're just gonna be carrying people.
Yeah, I'll just.
All right.
I mean,
Make a
what
make
I
a
was
strength-
what I was
make-
most
make a
thinking.
strength check to see if you drop somebody on accident.
What I was thinking, if you'd let me talk.
Yeah.
Hear
what
me
do you
out.
got?
So there's a patch where it feels like ball bearings you're walking across. We're next to the top. If I were to kind of float and, usher people across, like, okay, 1, 2, you know how kind of like Aragorn was tossing the halflings in Mines of Moria? Kind of do that thing. Just kind of like, as they're coming across, grab them and make sure they get across type thing. And then they can climb the rest of the way and I'll fly up.
Okay, so if they start to stumble on a ball bearing, you're gonna steady them.
Yep.
Is what you're saying. Okay.
I would, yeah.
How long does this last?
This lasts for, I think, a minute. Yep, 1 minute.
1 minute. And how far can you go in 6 seconds?
30
30
feet or
feet.
60 if I'm sprinting.
60 if you're sprinting.
Yep,
But
same.
60 would require your action, so you wouldn't be able to use it to save somebody. So 30 feet, and you have 200 to go. What's 30 feet times 10? It's 300 feet. Yeah, you can do it.
Perfect.
It's enough. It's enough. It's enough.
Perfect.
It's just enough.
That's all we need.
As the last person is pulled safely onto the top of the cliff, your wings relax and meld back into your body.
And of course, my eyes were the bright, vibrant gold,
Mhm.
and they just kind of die out as well as I touch down onto the ground at the top.
Excellent. I accept.
You'll find Walks Among Stars had ascended to the top once he saw it.
Oh yeah, the spider doesn't ever slip.
No,
It's fine.
And you'll find
Spider's
him.
just like, whatever.
You'll find
Clue-
him readorning his garb as you arrive.
Right on.
Clue can't decide which is more fascinating, the red spider or the glowing eyes of Sir Davish.
Fair.
And just unfortunate as it is, you just happen to ascend to the top right in time to see that he's flashed his immense member in your direction.
I grab Irina's hand and kind of just raise an eyebrow.
But
She
he's
shakes her
just getting
head.
dressed. He didn't mean it clearly. He just happened to, come across the summit at the wrong time. But
Spider
it's like an
member.
8. It looks kind of like a Sasquatch.
And are there 8 of them or just one?
It's just one.
All right.
How did Irina feel about that?
How did Irina feel about
She didn't see it.
that? You bitch.
Lucky or unlucky? Not sure.
Yeah, unlucky. So I just want to sidebar here. I'm thinking anything that is a class feature like that above 3rd level counts as a spell for purposes of overcoming the skill challenge. Seems like a good.
It is once every long rest. So.
Yeah, just so everybody knows, if you've got something that requires more than level 1, basically.
Perfect.
I still have that
That's fair.
debuff, don't I?
Debuff. What are you
Yeah.
gonna debuff from?
It was whenever we were attacked.
Oh, you're talking about the necrotic damage. No, that
Yeah,
went
the
away
necrotic
when we,
damage.
had a long
Yeah, that's
Long
gone.
long rest.
How did
Sweet.
you know that, Kirk?
Wait,
You saying you know the mechanic?
I
Of
think that's-
necrotic damage, you told us.
It was a joke. It was a joke.
Yeah.
Okay. Jesus Christ.
I'm just recalling what
Get
the
him.
amazing DM told
That's
us
funny.
that one time.
That's funny.
Okay, thanks, Kirk. Great.
Excellent.
That was
Excellent.
Well, as I see everybody has reached the top and everybody has their footing, I'm going to start making towards the bridge, just immediately.
Take inspiration there. Walks Among Stars.
Oh, fuck yeah, okay. Got it. Dope ass fucking spider horror.
No, it was for the member comment.
Oh, yeah, nice. Fuck yeah, you man who knows how to get inspired right there.
That's right.
Clue, just tip my head as in a thank you. What the thank you is for is not said.
Indeed.
He'll grunt.
All right. You find yourself
We all
at
do
the
that.
top of the Sar Falls. The raging river widens and pours over the side of the cliff, and you can see that just a little way back there's a nice little area where you could ford and head north, or you could make your way another direction if you so chose, but your map indicates the road lies to your north.
I mean, sure, let's forward. I was thinking of going to grab the bridge, but I don't think we
You
have.
could walk back to the bridge. That is an option. Yeah.
Does it look like it would be a
There
calm
is
river crossing?
It'd be a pretty calm crossing as long as you go back far enough, like It's no more dangerous, you reckon, than traveling through the patch of woods near the bridge.
Perfect. Then we'll go back far enough to a calm river crossing, and I'll ford the river.
Right on. Sounds good. Alrighty, you cross the river successfully into a patch of woods. Somebody roll me survival to see
I'll do that.
how well you
I was gonna
navigate
say,
the
no.
woods.
Yeah, please. Not it.
Not it.
Let me see. Probably not me either.
Let's let
Oh
the
yeah, you don't
survivalist-
want me. You don't want
Yeah,
me.
let's let the survivalist roll the survival.
Who's the
Sorry,
survivalist?
Alan, are you still as welcoming and friendly?
Before you roll, let me draw 2 options, I guess.
Yeah, I
Where's
wanna
the
roll
drawing?
2 options.
So you can go straight through the woods like this to meet the road the quickest. Well, I guess that would be the quickest way to meet the road, but straight through the woods like that. Or you can exit the woods quickly and meet the road over here.
I'm at home in the woods, so I'll take them through the woods.
Sounds good. All right, go ahead and roll that survival.
Okay.
Is that your preferred terrain, or do you not get that as a druid?
It's
It's
just
not the same as a ranger, no.
Okay.
But he might have some kind of advantage.
not great. Not bad. Not great. Let me see here.
Alrighty, you
Don't forget you
You're,
have inspiration.
you're walking for about 30 minutes when roll initiative.
Alright. Do you want to wait and give us your tokens so we can get into the initiative order, or how do you want to do this?
Just gotta go to the random battle map.
I'm gonna need a token.
Sounds good.
No token given.
That should have your tokens on it already, yeah?
Yes.
I can move everybody around. Why is that? Probably because
Probably because you're a GM, yeah.
I'm in player mode right now. It's not supposed to be like.
Interesting. What is this going on here? There's a bunch of battle tokens left over from last time.
Battle tokens.
Also,
What?
there's.
I can't click any of them. Oh gosh.
I always roll.
Watch your
Shit, initiative. While you roll initiative, I'm going to hit a bio break really quick. Just
Feel
keep
free to arrange yourselves in some order in the woods here.
just keep going.
got
I'll
it.
be right behind stars, but
That's
keep
stacked
going
up.
because I'll be the last going. So there you go.
The map layer. I can't roll my initiative quite yet.
Oh, are you stuck? Oh yeah, you don't have a token in this party, do you? Alright, yeah. I gotta get your token on here.
Xavier, I don't think you're the second most handsome anymore. I think you can update your phrase.
Third most handsome.
Ouch! The spider beat him?
No, God, no.
No.
The food.
Walks with Stars does not look pretty at all. Although he clearly has good genetics.
That token doesn't seem well devised.
If you just pull off of my character like you're doing everybody else, it'll give you just like it should just give you my picture in a box. It's shitty, but I've made a token for myself, but for some reason it's 8 fucking megabytes. I don't understand. So I've got to remake it.
Okay.
I think I just saved it. I think I saved it.
Does anybody else see the massive horse picture that I see?
Any more?
I see a horse right here.
Yeah, I don't know how to get rid of that.
I see my picture.
What
Well,
layer is it on?
find
Oh, it's on
it.
foreground. There it is. All right, got it.
Also, if you see that the map layer it's got something going on.
Something's wrong with it?
Well, there's a bunch of different stuff stacked on top of each other. Because
Yeah. This looks like a random bit of woods to me.
Okay. All right.
There's
Sweet.
elk here on the map. Is that supposed to be there?
Oh, yeah, no.
He's just
Well,
there.
He's technically with the party, but he's not in the fight. Yeah,
I maintain he's unconscious in the last
Oh.
fight.
yeah. Tormund's in there too, huh?
Dragging his ass the whole way.
Hey, 19.
Don't worry, I'll be here.
I'll just move them off to the side. Down here. Away from That's so cool. My initiative screen looks so different now.
Ready in action is an action, right?
Ready in action is indeed an action, yeah.
So you can bonus action, then ready in action, and then use your reaction to.
And activate the ready action. That's right.
Hey, did you get my initiative roll or no?
I have Davish, Walks Among Stars, Tados, and Xavier.
Okay, that's where it didn't go. Try again.
Hey, try again. Oh, I see what's happening. You need to click on your token and then roll it.
Oh,
It's
okay.
accidentally going into the chat.
Yes.
All right. That was.
Thing.
That's what we get when we don't play immediately. Oh no! Don't do that! Don't do that! Don't do that! No!
Job opening.
I'm gonna mute while I fix something.
Dog pooped in her shoe.
Yeah, probably.
No.
We did the dummy dumb. We walked through the woods.
I mean, I'm gonna blame everything on anybody else but me. Isn't that how politics works?
All right, fixed it.
Yeah.
Background. This must be the map layer. Okay, yeah. This has
Right.
like a grid
Okay,
on it.
I've forgotten how to do it. How do you get that ring to pop up?
Which ring?
Whoa!
Select
Oh,
move and then you just hold.
Select,
you-
thank you.
Mhm.
Third, wait, oh.
Boop.
Yay!
Boop.
I remember, okay, thank you.
So what are we facing here?
As yet unknown.
Treants.
Yet unknown.
I'm gonna just leave if that's the case.
Let me get the monsters
It's the Ents. We're doomed. They're gonna smush us all.
initiatives in there.
Unless the druid can find an Ent wife.
Did we short rest after when we got to the top of that mountain, or did we just trudge around?
I mean, I didn't hear anybody say I want to.
Yeah, we kept going.
Is that working? I don't think that's working. I think it's doing the same bad thing.
Doing the same with that thing.
Oh, I have to actually drag a token for each one. Okay. Okay. I see how it is. This will take a tiny bit of setup here.
You can also copy and paste the tokens.
Okay, good to know.
Control C, Control V, and that'll make copies of them.
Emery's first battle. We're so proud of you.
Gonna be a fun one.
What the fuck is it? Birds?
It's
Flying
gonna be a
monkeys.
fun
We're in
one.
Oz.
These ravens.
It looks like bats.
No.
Bad.
No.
All right, now I have to make
Middle of the
initiative
day.
for all these dudes.
Are you kidding?
I'm not kidding.
You should just make them a
I
swarm,
could
but
just
I
make
don't
them
know
a
how to do
swarm,
that.
I guess. Do you want them to all go at once, swarm style? Or do you want them to
No
be...
comment. I have no
what I'm
idea
gonna
what that would do.
I'm gonna roll 3 initiatives for the bats and just separate them into 3 groups. I think that's fair. All right. Why has it given a 4 and a 3 priority there? Oh well.
There are 21 bats. I would like to notate.
21, perfect. 3 groups of 7. And the bats get the first turn. Ready?
Do spiders eat bats?
Say 1, 2, 3,
depends on how big the spider is and how big the bat is.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Those 7 are a group. Those 7 are a group. Those 7 group. All right. Group number 1 is flying in for the attack on the bottom flank here. Has everybody had a chance to arrange themselves?
Oh, where
I'm
am I?
gonna move up here. Oh no.
Oh, can we get a description of what we hear and what we see leading up to this?
Yeah. Of course. You, the vicious screech of a vampire bat swarm thunders around you, and the trees are suddenly alive with flapping wings everywhere as you are led through a sleeping bat nest. Alrighty,
So the bats are still asleep.
we need epic battle music too.
There's some music.
All right, first 7 bats swarming in. Everybody's positioned. These 3 are gonna take a swing at Xavier. These 3 are gonna take a swing at Tados, and one of them's gonna take a swing at Sir Davish. All right. What's Xavier's AC?
It is 13.
13? Okay. You take 1 piercing damage. What's Tados' AC?
12.
12?
Yep.
All right. Wings are a flurry as the bats are everywhere, all over your faces, scratching at every crack in your armor. You also take 1 piercing damage. Sir Bestek?
So
Your
Davish
AC?
is 19.
19. You take no damage. The bat scrapes against your shield as you ready your sword for a swing. Uh-oh, what happened to the initiative order?
I don't know.
If you dismiss it, it dismisses it for everybody. It's just just gotta hit the button and it should come back up.
Which button?
It's over on the left. It's one of the two control panels. I can't remember the exact.
This one. There it is. Yay. All right. Next, Walks Among Stars.
All right. Yeah, I guess I probably shouldn't have looked at the character sheet. I'm pretty sure I know what I want to do, but I just want to double check. Last just look over everything here. Okay. Walks Among Stars is gonna howl. Gonna scream, and it's kind of a little bit ahead of y'all, so you're not really seeing him as you're trying to deal with all these bats. But you hear those blood-curdling screams again, and then a moment later, bursting through the bush, a massive bear, manacle, tight around its neck. It attacks the bats, viciously swatting and biting at them. Who? I don't have all the stats for every beast lined up.
Oh, the bear? I can get you a bear stat real fast. I bet there's a bear in here.
The good one is the Vallaki. No, the good one is the good one the black? Which one? No, it's the brown, right?
Owl bear. That's the one that you want.
I just gotta import it real fast.
Polar bear.
No.
Where bear?
Jesus. Come on, guys.
16.
There, bear.
Man, bear, pig.
I've done this before.
Brown is when you want.
Yeah.
Here we go. Temp import.
Oh shit, my characters instead of.
Kill the bat. Kill the bat.
All the bats.
Bear. Here you go, brown bear.
Okay.
You don't see it yet, do you?
I mean, it's there, but there's just like this little like icon there. I can just roll some dice.
You should have it.
I should have. So I have it, yeah, but is it in the? Oh, there. Oh, in the journal. Sweet, got it. Yes. Okay, here we go. So bite and a claw.
Yep.
Bite 16 versus AC,
You kill a bat.
and the claw is 15.
How much damage?
9 slashing.
All right, you kill 2 bats. You knock them right out of the sky. Which 2?
So I would have come in just straight in. So it'd be these 2 here in front of me. This
Wait.
one and that one.
Bang, bang. You can tell they're not very tough.
It's gonna barrel through them.
There's just a lot of them. They're everywhere.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna go up on my hindquarters and I'm just gonna roar real loud. Pound.
Wow, roll intimidation.
Stay
Why
up.
not?
Why?
I love it.
Why not intimidation? Okay. No.
They are, after all, animals of nature.
I am not personally intimidated. So,
You have disadvantage because they don't hear anything. They use echolocation. Wait, no, they hear really well. You have advantage. Sorry, I got bats backwards. They don't see anything, but they hear really well. You have advantage.
okay.
So they're going to hear a roar.
Walks among stars does not have a good intimidation, but he will roll it with advantage.
All right.
It's 11.
A few of the bats nearest to you kind of are confused about who they're trying to hit, but they don't seem discouraged from trying to bite everybody's necks.
Hopefully, some of them like to bite my neck.
Alrighty.
Big loud.
Who's next? Tados.
I'm going to do my thing. I'm going to look at this bat and give it a glare and simply say, of all the things I had to be set upon by rats with wings that can't fucking walk. And I'm going to vicious mockery it. And it needs a DC 13 wisdom save.
Hey, 60 feet. Do you hit any of the bats that aren't engaged right now?
I'm going after the ones that are closest to me.
Ah, okay.
Fails the save. What happens?
1d4 psychic damage.
You
3
kill
damage.
a bat. That bat drops right out of the sky. It's the one nearest you on the bottom.
Had the
Yeah.
aneurysm. Done.
It falls limply to the ground at your feet, and a little bit of blood rolls out of its mouth. A few drops. Alrighty. Is that your turn? Sorry,
That's my action. I've got nothing for. Wait a minute. Rewind. Where's that sheet that has the bonus actions? Yeah, I think I'm done for this round. I'm done.
Sweet. Alright, Xavier.
Frustrated with the bats that attacked him beforehand, he wields his rapier and takes a swipe at the one directly in front of him.
Right on. Roll to hit.
1 second.
That's a hit. You neatly pluck the wings off a bat as it tried to dodge your blade, narrowly getting hit, just barely.
I hair flip as the bat falls to the ground.
We got. Ooh, is that your turn?
Yes.
Klug. You're up.
All right. So, I pull out my crossbow. And I fire. Let's see. Gonna fire 1 shot to begin with at this bat.
Excellent. Ooh, the bolt narrowly misses, screaming through the trees.
All right. So I can dual wield. So can I fire again, or do I need to cast
You can fire
bonus
again.
action?
Yeah, you can
All right, I fire again. Same bat.
Sweet. Another whizzing, screeching arrow that doesn't quite find its mark. It
They
thunks
never
into
do.
a trunk 30 yards away.
All right. Not much I can do then. I think that's my turn.
Alrighty. It's another group of bats. This group. They're coming in from the other side. They're everywhere. They're in your hair.
Oh, I know what I should have cast. Damn. Oh well.
They're all over you. They're flapping. Oh my god, I completely missed where the brown bear was.
Anybody seen Bat Boy?
Went after the brown bear.
You know.
Alrighty, we got 3 coming in on you. Walks among stars. Here we go.
Yeah, they paid attention to the big
That's an
top.
enigma. Oh well. Alrighty. Whoa! Alright, what's your AC?
AC is brown bear. AC is 11.
Alright, you take a nasty bite for 1 damage, followed by a critical bite right in the neck, just like you wanted. Fortunately, they keep low rolling their damage, so it's two damage.
So 3 altogether.
Yep, 3 altogether.
Early, man. All right, yeah. The bear lets out a mighty roar as his flesh is torn.
What's happening? if I kill the bat that's initiative on the list, it disappears. So I have to make sure to have some placeholders for those initiatives. All right, regardless, 2 bites coming in hot against Klug and 2 more against Sir Besteg. Now, I don't know Klug's AC yet. What's your AC there, Klug?
Wait, did they successfully hit me, or are they attempting to hit me?
2 bats narrowly miss you as they flap uselessly against your shield.
Okay.
However, 1 bat comes in for another perfectly aimed neck bite on the young Klug for 2 damage.
My God. Some big numbers.
Oh yeah, massive numbers.
Is
Massive
it possible to
numbers.
cast Hellish Rebuke?
It is absolutely possible to use your reaction to Hellish Rebuke that bat. What does he get? Dex roll?
All right, 1 reaction. 1 reaction, which you take in response to being damaged by a creature within 60 feet that I can see. Instantaneous, you point your finger at the creature and the damaged unit is momentarily surrounded by hellish flames. The creature must make a dexterity saving throw. It takes 2d10. Wow, this is so overkill. 2d10 fire damage on a failed save and half as much damage on a successful one.
All right.
This is way overkill on a little bat.
I rolled twice. It failed both times. So it's taken full damage, and that bat is crispy. Let me tell you. That is a crispy bat. What's the damage you actually did to it? Let's see just how crispy it is.
Do you want me to roll?
2d10, please. Why not? For the imagery. 17 damage. That is a spit roasted, extra crispy bat.
I was pissed.
Quick
Klug
dinner.
was just a little pissed
Falls
off.
like a brick to the ground and shatters into ash.
I did not like that bat.
Alrighty. And we've got Sir Davish, last in the initiative order, but not least.
Alright, here's my theory. I just want to drive these bats off so we can continue on our voyage. If I turn unholy, are they technically a fiend? I don't believe.
That's a great question.
I don't believe they're undead.
Is a bat a fiend? I doubt it. It's a beast.
Okay. Well
It's a
then,
tiny beast, but a beast.
and that doesn't work when we have to kill these things one by one. All right. I guess there's no group attack mechanic, is there? I don't think I ever had to ask that.
Unfortunately not. Unfortunately not.
Okie dokie then. I will just swing at the one that is right in front of me.
Right on.
Oh.
You don't hit.
Yeah, well, all right. I'll.
You swing valiantly, and the bat kind of flaps its way and jiggles to the side and comes in for another vicious attack. And as the brown bear is about to take another couple of vicious swipes at the apple, a bunch more bats start flapping in on the edges of the map. And then just from a distance, you just hear them. And those are my placeholders. I'll use those guys.
Don't
Should we
delete
consider
those.
trying to move and fight?
They're coming from all sides, and these ones are flying right up to you. These ones are on the attack. You're starting to become surrounded. It's any more bats, you reckon it'll be difficult to see, lightly obscured. There's just so much feathers, such leathery wings in your face, feathers, bottoms brushing against your ears. All right. Brown Bear walks among stars. It's your turn.
Yeah. Well, clearly, I'm gonna keep on swatting at some bats because I'm a big ass fucking bear, and that's what a big ass bear would do. Okay.
So does that mean these three are dead? One right near next to us, the two in
The
front
ones
of
that are dead are vanishing from the board. I delete them when they die. There's dead bodies everywhere. You've killed like 12 bats.
That's a crit and a.
Oh yeah.
It's a crit and a hit. I mean,
2 hits. Two bats dead at your feet, but
Small-
7 more on the way.
Fucking.
It seems that they're multiplying by 4 times. Every bat you kill, 4 more take its place.
Yeah.
Hail Bat Hydra.
Yeah. Well, that's my turn. I eat 2 of them motherfuckers.
Oh yeah. All right, Tatos, you're up.
All right. General consensus. Should I try and be loud and scare these bastards?
Sure.
Sure, do
Yes.
Yeah, we gotta do something.
it. Yeah.
I'm going to pull out my bagpipes.
'Cause I happen to not.
Can you hit an ultra high note?
I'm going to fucking wail on the bagpipes,
Screamingest note.
screeching and screaming to see if I can scare these fuckers away.
Sounds like a good plan.
If it doesn't sound like Celtic death metal, you're not doing it right.
Sounds good to me. Give me a.
Sorry, Scottish. That was insulting.
Let's just roll performance. Why don't we?
Sure. Loud noise. Do I get the advantage on that one?
How loud is this noise? Why not?
Bagpipe.
They have
I don't need it.
ear shit, so you have advantage to break their eardrums. Alrighty.
He crit.
Yeah. Alright. Describe how you kill 50 bats.
50.
Thank you.
One note.
50 bats got killed.
I mean, a fireball could kill 50 bats.
I love it. I'm
I
not
think
big.
a nat 20 could kill 50 bats.
Just sonically assails them.
Their
Pull out
eardrums
the
explode. Their brains just mess on the trees around you.
pull out the bagpipes that are as old as the God Wars themselves. Take a breath deep in my lungs and blow into the bag, get it nice and primed, and then wail the most god awful high pitched brown note you could ever imagine.
$50. Wow. Yeah. That's a decimation of bats. You've triumphed
Get him out of here.
quite easily. However, the noise from afar. Roll perception, everybody.
How
That's
can we?
what I was
How can
afraid
we
of.
hear after all that? But sure.
Perception.
And this is when I remember.
Nope.
Not very smart.
Davish hears it. Tatos deafened himself. Klug hears it.
Wow, that's impressive.
Walks Among Stars hears it. Xavier doesn't quite hear it, but he thinks he hears something. And it's the rush of undergrowth, the brushing of wings against leaves, and the screech of what might be a horde of wild beasts of all manner, rushing from what sounds like the southwest.
Run.
Run
Everybody runs?
and run.
Run.
Everybody
No, bad.
Excellent.
That's right.
So the
How fast do we run? Everybody run. Everybody roll athletics.
Birds are crappy.
So I can't do acrobatics.
I was gonna say acrobatics, being able to parkour off the rocks and the trees is
Sure.
need be.
I agree. I'm much better at acrobatics.
Athletics and acrobatics if you must.
running in.
And I'll give you a reroll there on that.
That was a fucking steal.
You sure? It's very kind of you.
It is very kind.
If I
Shit.
get a nat 1, though, it's going to be the death of me.
I fucked the pooch.
So I'm gonna be running under my max speed. Just make that clear.
You want to be back with the party, even
I'm
though.
gonna figure out the last
Walk
bit.
among stars. Of course.
Alrighty, so
I'm going to be using my inspiration to reroll.
okay, go for it.
And I rolled a 20 too. So
Go for it.
Fucking
Go for it and refill that inspiration from your backpack.
Well, I mean, he gets a 16. He gets to choose from all 4 of them, doesn't he?
Oh yeah, you've got a 16
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
inspiration.
Good.
Yeah, I didn't even see that.
You're good.
You're good, and you get refilled from the bagpipe move as well. That was quite.
yo.
Alrighty, let's see who's the slowest. Luke, looking like the slowest party member.
Yeah. Athletics ain't my thing.
It was enough, however. As you break free of the tree line, a few fast bats manage to nip at your heels, but nothing too threatening.
I'll
Everybody escapes the horde,
ward them off.
and we're back on the world map.
Yeah,
And
good.
exited the forest. Well, where have we exited the forest? Somebody, well, Brown Bear, you were
Yeah, who was our guide?
eating them.
I'm gonna take it north because you said
Right.
came from the southwest. I knew if I went east, it would be backtracking. So
It would be a harder run, so you probably went north or something like that.
yeah, because we established that I had good survival
That's true. All right, you come out right here atop a grassy knoll.
as far as topographical. I just fucked up this time. Cool.
Alrighty. Just a little way from the road there. You scan the surrounding terrain and spot something off to your west down the road, just over the bend. It's hard to make out what it is. It looks like some kind of structure jutting into the sky.
Talking about that thing?
I'm talking about that thing.
Hmm.
Talking about that thing. Whoa.
Yeah, it's kind of obscured a little bit by the hills in between you and it, but it's
I
It's
suggest
clearly
we move away from this forest in case those bats try and pursue us further.
the sounds of the forest have faded quickly, actually.
I am going to continue off to the road here.
So you guys continue up the road.
Yeah.
What happened? Where'd we go?
Yes, why don't you know?
You can see that you've managed to bypass what looks like a very narrow pathway through, flanked by trees behind you, and you're pretty confident that you can make it to a structure up ahead with no interruptions.
Okay.
So you continue on your way.
All right. We'll continue on.
We're in open country now.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Farms or anything out here, or is it
there
just?
is. There's as you get closer, you notice ahead an old windmill.
All right, so like I'm still walking as a bear currently, and every now and then I'll raise up on my hind feet and get my nose as high up in the air as I can, and I'm going to be taking steps, just looking.
You're no longer. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're kind of descending out of these rolling hills into a fog-filled valley, and in the heart of the valley is a great lake, a huge mountain lake. Its water is dark and still, and a branch in the road up ahead. Oh, there's no branch in the road. Oh, yeah, there is a branch in the road. Leads to a dilapidated stone windmill. Its warped wooden vanes have been stripped bare by wind and time.
Do I smell anything on the?
Oh, perception, please.
All right, so this is advantage.
Bear gets advantage. You have keen sense.
24.
24.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa!
You can smell death. This place smells awful, like the retching, rotted, fetid flesh on a corpse after it's been sitting a while. And perched, well, yeah.
Ah! Forgot what kind of perception check it was there for a second.
Yep.
You're doing great, man. You're doing fucking swimmingly. Good job.
Right. Anybody want to use your eyes here?
Yeah. Okay. I'll
I'll take a look at this thing.
You're gonna.
I'll take a look.
All right. Yeah.
Fog and take a look, man.
Take a look through the fog. Do you get closer to have your look, or are you looking?
Yeah.
from
Let's
a
just
distance?
So after I get my smell on,
Somebody wants to get kind of close.
I'll get kind of
This,
close.
Hold on. The bear's
investigation
trying
or
to do
perception?
something. Hold on. The bear's trying to do something.
Bear's gonna say something.
well, yeah, because y'all are just going towards it. And the bear's like, I don't know about this. So you hear another fit of angry roaring and pain, and then a few moments later, a tall man comes back onto the road, and he says, "Up ahead, smell of death, ill omens."
Did you see anything or just smell?
The omen was carried upon the wind.
Okay.
The mist obscures.
We proceed with caution.
Xavier just carelessly wanders towards it.
Okay, Xavier, how close are you gonna get? And does anybody try to stop him?
Yes. I'll say wait.
I'll try to go with him.
All right. Well.
I'm gonna look over at Walks Among Stars. Remember what I said last night about I don't think that he's intending anything with that.
Aye.
As you're having this casual conversation, Xavier and Klug get closer and closer to the building, ignoring your verbal warning. Roll perception, Klug and Xavier.
Oh.
You got it.
So I must now rest, and I sit down and start meditating for 10 minutes. After acknowledging what you said, of course.
Oh shit.
All right.
I see.
Oh,
You
we're
guys
fucked.
see gray brick walls with windows.
Did we
There's
actually hear them say the stuff was death? Because
There's a flimsy looking doorway that leads in, and there's like some kind of weird sound coming from the doorway, but you can't tell what it is. It's like a it's kind of like that.
where's my coin?
I will have caught up with them and say, I suggest you don't go in there.
Xavier calls out to whatever's making that noise.
There's no response. What do you say though?
Hello. Is there anybody around?
I'm going to put a hand on Xavier's shoulder, a very firm hand. I'll be like, if you'd like to be dead, then I suggest continuing what you're doing. If not, I recommend you stop.
Sir Davish, roll perception.
Klug has flipped your coin and put her hands up and goes, "I'm out."
You also see gray brick walls with windows.
Yeah,
And a doorway leading in.
I want to tell Xavier, come back to the group if you value your life, and I'm going to continue back to the group.
Xavier scoffs and just follows.
Right.
You return to night walks among stars in the middle of downward-facing dog during his short rest.
What about Klug?
Klug flipped her coin and it didn't come up lucky, so it was a good enough reason to go back. Is Walking with Stars got clothes on now or no?
Yeah, no, he's taken off his clothes again, and he is now doing yoga naked.
As
Anyway.
as the three of you turn back to the party, everybody sees a raven take off from the peak of the windmill and wing its way over the forest towards Vallaki.
They know we're coming.
Glance on over there. Is there anything?
You want to take a glance at the windmill? Is that what you're saying?
Well, no, I'm good. I'm good. I'm doing my short rest. I don't want to interrupt the short rest.
Before taking a short rest, Xavier sorts through his bag and picks up the paste that was residue left over from the flowers into the empty potion vial.
All right. What do you do?
I'm just keeping it in the vial.
You're just keeping it in a vial. You're not building anything or making anything or
No, I'm just scooping it up into a vial
epic.
and then short rest.
Wait, what was he putting in the vial?
The paste of death.
Paste of
Oh, God, did I notice?
death. You're busy doing yoga.
Yeah, but I watched this motherfucker.
All right, I'll give you a perception.
Thank you.
All depends on what pose you were in.
Oh.
You didn't notice him putting the poisonous.
You were too busy and happy, baby.
Devotion to my...
The mental image of that is just stuck in my head now.
down the guard there.
Alrighty. So does the party continue on past the windmill without entering?
Well, I need a rest for 10 minutes, and then I can chime in.
All right, short rest.
Yeah. Finish that up.
Yeah, a short rest.
He does some like
Passes without incident.
pelvic kind of, like kind of hula hoop moves, just sort of get things limber before I put my my guard back on. And then I'll return to the others and I'll say, "Place, it stinks of death." surely evil within.
Yes, I agree.
Was our quest to purge this place of its evil? Or do we have other obligations?
I'll gesture towards Irina, and I'll say, our quest is to get Irina to Vallaki unharmed, and then our secondary objective is to purge.
Well,
I will, you know what? While he's finishing up his windmill there, his little pelvic windmill there, I'm going to use divine sense.
Oh. What's the range?
60 feet.
What's the effect? Oh, I see it. Presence
Yeah.
of strong. 60 feet. So you got to get within 60 feet of the building to.
Yeah, as we're coming back, I would have popped divine sense just to see what was the building seem.
Ooh. Presence.
Yep. It doesn't tell me what it is. It just says the presence
You know the
of
type.
evil.
Okay. Yeah. So. You sense.
I'm actually named Strahd.
Yeah, I think it's funny.
You definitely sense a fiend. More than one, actually.
Hmm.
You don't know the location because they're all behind total cover from you in your current state, in your current location. They're completely.
Well, I can deduce that as I leave the 60-foot radius of the windmill, does it go away?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're definitely at the windmill.
Okay.
Radius.
I can see something weighs on your heart, man with sword. What have you learned?
Well, be what you believe. I know for a fact that there be fiends at that windmill. So if we do go venturing into the windmill, we will have a fight. What fiends? I do not know.
We were told beware the raven. I say we stay the hell clear of it.
I agree. And he'll start walking up the hill.
An interesting decision.
Alrighty. And you round the bend, and as you get to this corner nearest the windmill, you see that behind it, had you gone up to it, you would have seen 4 massive megalith stone behind the windmill. They look, can't really tell what's on them. They look like there's something carved into their surface.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a gaggle of crows, or a murder of ravens, or whatever you call it,
Mm-hmm.
hanging out. Several circling overhead, a few perched on the stones.
Are we within 60 feet? Can I pop this divine sense again as an action?
Yeah.
Just see what I get off those ravens and the stones. They do also detect celestials, so I would say that if for whatever reason the ravens got into range, they might glow celestially.
What's your charisma mod? Just so I can
what's
keep
that?
track. What's your charisma modifier?
With this popped, it's 18.
No, I mean
So
your-
plus 4.
Plus 4. Okay, so you got 5 uses. You got 3 left. Cool. Yeah, you don't detect anything. As long as you stay out of range of the windmill, but in range of the ravens.
So my first question was, were we in range to use this?
Yeah, you're fine. Yeah.
Okay. So I do
You
not
can go up
detect.
a little bit.
I do not detect anything from the stones or the ravens.
Nope, nothing from the stones or the ravens.
Okay. We can always come back. Let's continue on.
All right. Continuing next to the forest. To march onward.
We can make up time if we cut through the woods here.
I'll raise an eyebrow and I'll say, how much?
I say, how many
We'll
bats?
have our journey.
Significantly more than half. A sixth.
How confident are you to navigate these woods?
Since the woods of Barovia are strange, even though I've roamed them for years now, they still surprise me from time to time. But I am confident.
I trust in you. Let's go.
Give you guys a handout for that, actually.
You want me to roll survival?
Yeah, go ahead. Attempt to cut through the woods.
Oh, come on, don't.
And everybody, I know there's no text or a picture, but it's just a handout marking that as the megaliths.
Okay.
I like that. And I'm doing survival.
We're trying to go that way, correct?
Yep. 1 mile through the woods. Shouldn't be too hard.
Well, now should I do this as a thingy?
Shouldn't be too hard. He
Would being
says.
an animal help me in this circumstance?
Transform to an animal that gives you some kind of advantage to navigate. Sure, like something with.
I don't think they give you like most of it's all just perception stuff. Like
Yeah,
perception.
maybe. I guess something with perception, hearing would probably be able to suss out danger a little better during a survival roll. Maybe, I don't know.
All right, so maybe get a.
I don't think it's. I don't know that I.
What
advantage,
about, like...
I guess you could get advantage with a good form.
Yeah.
Pick a form.
Yeah. All right, so the tall man he goes off and Direwolf emerges this time with startlingly yellow eyes and collar of iron, and starts leading the way through the woods. Now these guys have keen hearing and smell.
Yep. How are you going about it? Are you slow and methodical or fast and sure?
Yeah, I'm going to take them through it because we need to make up time, but we're not going to be stupid about it. So we'll go with the slow pace because that'll still make us up time. And I've got. In fact, I think before I go, I can do one more trick here.
Let's see what
Actually, yeah, let's do one more trick before I change form. Actually, he does a little shaman magic.
Oh, there you go.
So he pulls out some ashes from a pouch, and he holds it up on his palm, and he comes up with a sprig of spruce, and he smacks the spruce into the pile of ash on his hand and into the face of each of you, and blows. And as he does so, you feel yourself becoming like just incredibly quiet and veiled in secrecy. I believe this is going to be an hour, which I can do.
Okay.
And hopefully that gets us through the woods, but that should give us a big bonus to our ability to just sneak our way through.
Perfect.
And then I can try to actually navigate with a survival check. Cool. Oof. Thank God for advantage.
Yeah.
You narrowly navigate. That is a DC 13, my friend.
Fuck yeah.
Well done.
But we're silent.
Totally silent. You get through without any trouble.
We don't leave a trail either.
That's awesome. And
Nice.
you continue, and just as the sun goes down on the day, you have traveled 24 miles to the town of Vallaki.
Wow, we wouldn't have made it in by nightfall if we hadn't gone through the woods.
That's true.
Nice.
Woo! Good job.
You barely made it before nightfall. Congratulations.
Yay.
And there was much rejoice.
Man, I feel tired just thinking about that
How are
journey
we
if it wasn't
feeling?
physical.
I'm feeling like we had a good session.
The end of the
Yeah.
I think so.
Got some battle, got some role play.
Epic.
Looking forward to getting to explore a whole city at the next session.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Awesome.
So Emery, it's that time.
Oh yeah.
Good job.
As you come upon the streets of Vallaki, one of your number comes to the front of the party and bears. Well, I hate to say it, but what that old bag there in the camp said about the wolves on the mountain below a frozen lake, I can't let go. In my youth, I was attacked. I think now, I know now, I understand it was werewolves. My duty to my family that was slaughtered on that day pulls me away from the group. It is this hour that I must turn back along the lake, for it is there I will find what I am looking for. Farewell, friends. And Tormund leaves the party.
Dorman, wait.
Yes?
I'll hold out kind of a package, which is going to contain 5 of the wolf meat that he gave me. One of my extra tents. One of my extra bedrolls. One of my extra tinder boxes. And some rations and a mess kit. And I'll say, you stay well and walk with Talos, and I'll give him the spell Bless.
Wow. He's visibly encouraged by your usage of his deity's name, despite your disagreement with some of its goals. And he accepts your gifts and does a little dwarven bow.
Before Tormund could walk off, Xavier walks up with the half bottle full of fine wine and holds it out to the dwarf. I'm not going to drink this, so you might as well take it.
One for the road. Why don't we both drink to it? And he offers you the first swallow.
I graciously accept and pass.
And he guzzles the last of the wine and licks his lips. And, well, it's no dragonfire mead, but that'll put a pep in my step as I partake in the travels ahead.
Klug steps forward and grasps his arm and says, I have no trinkets to give, but I hope some of my luck goes with you nonetheless.
And a powerful luck it is. Thank you.
Farewell, short but strong.
I'm not as strong as you are. He laughs. Thank you. Thank you, friends. And you watch as the dwarf slides along, well, I must give an opportunity for Tatos to speak first.
Yeah. Be safe on your trip.
He gets his sunset.
As you go through and you carry on, hold your hand to the flame. And hopefully the wolves are in between you and it.
I reach out to embrace you as a brother before I go.
Return the favor.
There's a little bit of a tingle in the air as Tarman strides back along the old Svalish road, alone, to face his destiny.
There he goes.
That was beautiful, man. Well done.
Yay!
Yay!
Why couldn't the motherfucker use the thunder whip? All of that.
I mean, you had Tatos, that's why.